Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today is Tuesday. That means it's Guild Wars Tuesday. We are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. And we are here to hang out. Mug, did you see the drag video? Hello, Noxxi. I watched the first, 2 minutes of it. I haven't finished the whole thing. So far, the only feedback I have is at the beginning. When my guy says, I got your pants, I think we might need to show a tooltip of Dracula's pants because the joke just isn't going to land on people that haven't played the game. You didn't see the ending. I've only seen the first 2 minutes so far because I had to start the stream. Do you want me to review it live? I can watch it right now. We can give these people early access. I had minutes before the stream started. Yes. Yes. You on my stream too. You want to stream me streaming, watching the early version of the unfinished Dracula video in the Guild Wars 2 section. I just want to confirm this. Hello, Hungarian. Hi, Shugo. Why am I saying hi, Shugo? I'm not Hungarian. Oh my god. Hang on. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see.
An uninvited guest.
Okay. How long is the total video? It's 4 minutes. Yeah, so I've seen half of it. Okay. So, alright. So for those who don't know, recently I beat Brutal V Rising. The final boss took me over 7 hours of dying to it to get it dead. I then cleared the Elden Ring DLC. Nothing took me 7 hours. So by that logic, Brutal V Rising is tougher than Elden Ring. That's what I get out of this. And I asked Noxxi to make a montage of my deaths on Brutal V Rising. And this is the video. Now, I haven't seen this whole thing yet, and Noxxi's freaking out because I haven't seen the whole thing. So, let's check it out.
Welcome to my realm of eternal night. The powers you bear belong to me.
So do my pants.
Surrender them or face your...
Alright, so right there, where he says, so do my pants, I think we need to show a tooltip that I have an item called Dracula's pants. Otherwise, the joke doesn't work. So, feedback. 15 seconds in. So do my pants. Needs tooltip for Dracula's pants. Alright, there, that's first thing.
Destiny.
Oh my god, the sound. Alright, turn that down a little bit. Pants jokes need context? Yes. Good music. God, I was so bad on these early attempts. I'm looking at some of these deaths, how did I die to that? No, oh, I got stuck on the flag thing. I moved right back into that one. Whoa! Okay, that part looked good. That part looked really good. That's 9,000 hours in the editing room. I like how I'm suddenly a potato for no reason. $31 deaths so far. Hold on a sec. Was that the first time we saw the final phase? I backed it up a minute. Yeah, I think this is the final phase. This was the first time we saw it. That's the final phase again.
I am Vlad Dracula Tepesh, and I have had enough!
She took a voice line from Castlevania? That's not from the game. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! What was that total? Like 7.5 hours! Oh my god! Because I'm excited. Let me have this! Oh my god. Forget, I hate that it was the first try with these abilities. I hate that. I absolutely despise that. There's still another 30 seconds. What's gonna happen after this? These are what I was using with the controls. Oh my god. Alright, god, I am so amped up right now. Oh, it just lets you teleport home after that. Alright, it's the outro. Okay. These are what I didn't know where to stop it. You did great. You did fantastic. I would say that the pants thing needs a tooltip at the beginning to add context to the joke for people that have not played the game to the end game, because otherwise it doesn't make sense and I just sound like a perv. But you did really freaking good there. Now I have to think of a thumbnail and a title that'll make people click it. That is the other hard part. Will you re-record your outro in the homestead? My outro is currently recorded in Lion's Arch. The outro is me sitting on, where was it? I think I'm like sitting on top of the lobster, and then I'm like, the camera is facing like a blimp that's like over here. Yeah, it's not in my home instance. I stole his pants and he killed me this many times. Guys, yeah, what was the total deaths at the end? Hang on a sec.
Mukluk bobble muklaku mukluk bobble muklaku.
Hold on, 50, 52? Looks like I had like 52 deaths. At least. I don't know if she used footage, because I was working on that boss for like 3 days. I don't know if she used footage from all 3 days. Yeah, I gotta, hey, Zelka, thank you for the tier 1 sub, welcome. Yeah, I gotta think about, like, what the thumbnail is gonna look like and what the title should be. Like, this boss was tougher than all of Elden Ring, or what 7 hours of V Rising's toughest boss looks like. Or how long does it take a noob to kill V Rising's toughest boss? I don't know. Accepting input. Because anytime, I feel like anytime Noxxi makes like some banger of a video like this, that like if it doesn't do well with the YouTube algorithm, it's because I didn't have a good title or thumbnail. So I gotta think about that. Love how all the death shots are synchronized with the music beats. Oh, dude, she's done that multiple times before. There was the frog with the Star Wars one. There was the Barrelmancy with Baldur's Gate 3. There was the, was it the alcoholic rocket shotgun with Hades? That one was friggin' really good. Hold on, can I find that? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, Armored Core 6 is another one. Is this it? Hold on, I think I might have found it. Alright, let me see if this is it. 75% bonus damage for the first 10 seconds in a room. Your special becomes a rocket? So I'm going to try the rocket. Take a hit. Not proud of it. Yeah, so she did banger stuff with that video too. And this one, I loved this one. But I don't know, I wonder if YouTube didn't suggest this one as much because I had the word alcoholic in the title. It's called the overly edited rocket-powered alcoholic shotgun. Because the purple stuff is from Dionysus, the god of wine. So that it's accurate. Yeah, I need to make like a montage playlist or something. I'm now a Ranger main since your Quickness Untamed video. Nice! Welcome to being useful. If you were a Weaver before, I'm sure this is a new experience. Low-hanging fruit. Did you see the raid quiz Laura did yesterday? No, I have not. From despair to triumph, conquering V Rising's hardest boss fight. Zero to hero. You should try it. Do you have a link to it? I'll probably fail. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the thing to open that. Alright. If you have a link to it, I'll try it out. Got some time to fill. Is it like on the Reddit or something? Morning, Muck. Hi, Moon. How you doing? Docs, Google. It's a Google Doc. Okay. Hang on. Alright, this quiz asks one question about... Does dark mode work on this? There we go. About each raid encounter from Wing 1 to 4 in Guild Wars 2. From Wing 1 to Wing 3, the questions are beginner-friendly and test your knowledge of crucial mechanics. In Wing 4, we activate challenge modes. The questions will get a bit harder. At the end, there are some legendary mode questions where I'm going to ask some niche questions. Make sure to read the feedback at the end of the quiz. Some explanations for questions may be instructive. And then, well, I mean, honestly, that's my throwaway email address, but I'm not happy that it showed that. So, awesome. This shows your email right on the screen. Okay, well, shit. Okay, scrolling down a little bit, now that I've doxed myself. Wing 1, 2, and 3 plus normal mode KCCM. These questions are aimed at players at the start of their raiding career. Please read carefully and select the answer that sounds the most correct for you. Most of the questions tested here are important to understand for successful completion of their encounters. Veil Guardian. Nearly every group will ask at least some players to play specifically Condi DPS because... It's because the red guy is immune to power damage. And so you have to have some Condi. The Red Guardian has increased armor, making strike damage do nearly no damage. Blue guy is immune to strike while it has protection. The main boss has increased armor, making strike damage relatively less effective. I mean, when it has the protection boon, you just hit it with Boon Rip. So, the thing is, this part about the Blue Guardian... The part about the Blue Guardian could be true, because the counter to it is you just usually boon remove it. You don't just stack Condi for that. As far as the main boss having increased armor, I don't know if it does or doesn't, but the main reason is the red guy is effectively immune to power. So if the other things are also true, I didn't know that, so I guess we'll find out. Spirit Woods. What is the purpose of grabbing adrenal mushrooms in the first part of the Spirit Woods encounter? The harvesting tool they can provide can be sold. The pseudo quickness they provide helps fight the spirits. The increased movement speed they provide helps capture the circles. I would say that. Usually we ignore the mushrooms and just go past them, honestly. Usually if I'm like taking noobs through there, I just say ignore that, it's just a distraction, and we just go past it. So I'm going to guess it's increased movement speed. As far as portals, I don't think I have ever used, like, I've used Mesmer portals in the first Room of Spirit run, where you're bouncing back and forth between the 5 capture points, but I've never used portals in Spirit run on the second or third section, which has the adrenal mushrooms. So if it's related to portal mesmers, then I've never used that strat. Gorseval, during the Defiance Bar attack, what will mainly damage players? Before I even read the options, I'm going to guess it's the retaliation damage, because if you hit him, you take damage, so Weavers kill themselves on that. Black AoE on the floor, and additionally, every inflicted hit does a fixed amount of damage back to the player. Yeah. Black AoE on floor, and additionally 5% of the inflicted damage is reflected to the player. Pretty sure it's fixed amount. I think it's based on quantity of blows, not quality of blows. Black AoE on floor, hitting the boss does not hurt you ever since retaliation was removed as a boon. Black AoE on floor, and the boss summons spirit. I'm guessing the first one. Every inflicted hit does a fixed amount of damage. Because I think the faster you hit, the faster you kill yourself. So like if you use a skill that does like 8 hits as opposed to one big one, I think you die faster. Sabbatha, what's the primary purpose of having a kiter? The flak kiter's job is to have Sabbatha shoot flak at her. Sabbatha shoots flak, which is a fire puddle at the farthest away person, and if it leaves fire patches on the ground. So you need someone to get those to not land on top of the group. Having fewer people stacked to the boss improves visibility and allows player to more easily dodge mechanic. Also has the player furthest away from them and shoot flame patches. These should not be placed on the boss, hence the kiter. Yeah. One player needs to counterbalance the weight of the squad by standing far outside, so the platform doesn't topple over and crash. The player standing furthest away will always be the target of her spinning flame wall attack. Baiting this correctly helps the cannon players. No, that's not how that works. Slothosaur, which of the following statements is not true? Slublings spawn on a fixed timer, which lets you pre-plan crowd control you want to apply to them. Standing inside Sloth's hitbox during shake attack will protect the rest of your team from the attack. I've never heard of that. So, that to me sounds like something that could be believable, because Whisper of Jormag has that. Whisper of Jormag, when he fires projectiles all over the place, you can summon a fleshworm inside his hitbox, and it eats all the projectiles. However, the shake attack, I have never heard anyone say, oh, we could summon a fleshworm there, and it eats all of those. I've never heard anyone suggest that, which makes me think it doesn't work. But if it does work, I would totally believe it. Because if it does work, you could just have someone just pop an invulnerability and just stand right inside the hitbox. The tanking mechanic is applied randomly and displayed by a purple symbol above one player's head. That is true. After a certain amount of time, your transformation to a slubling ends automatically. So usually when someone transforms into a slubling, they do the job that's needed, and then they use a button on the bar to turn back to normal. If it expires after a set amount of time, without clicking anything, that timer is really long and not really applicable to the fight. But is that line true or not? I'm not sure. So 3 is true. I'm pretty sure 1 is true. You can block the shake with a warrior staff if you stand inside the hitbox. Well, then you're giving me answers to the quiz, and I hate you for it. After a certain amount of time, it slowly ends automatically. I'm gonna guess that. Where's your referral link for the expansion? There it is right there. Thank you for considering using it. I appreciate that. Let's see. Bandit Trio. Which statement is not true? You need to light the oil slicks on fire by throwing a skill that applies burning to them for them to apply burning to Norella. No. That's not true. Narella has a broken flamethrower, and she sets herself on fire just by throwing barrels of oil onto her. The wargs can also be used to help clear the bandit camp, so you may not want to release all of them for Zane. The reasoning for that sounds weird, but the statement is true. If too many people move outside the bandit camp during the event, the bandits inside the camp receive massive reinforcements. I've never heard that, but that sounds like a stupid thing to test, so that's probably why I don't know if that's true or not. The only use for beehives is to daze Berg. I'm pretty sure... No, that's not true. That is not true. The beehives can also mess with the saboteurs that are coming for the cage. Unless people lied to me. But I'm pretty sure you can also throw them in front of the cage to CC the saboteurs. Matthias Gabriel. When I'm fighting this boss, some commanders want you to bring Condi DPS. For increased strength damage against the sacrifice. To not accidentally burst the sacrifice. Because some power builds have issues dealing with the disruptive nature of the fight. Since the boss takes increased damage from conditions while having its bubble up. I've never had any commander... I've never heard any commander say this. So basically this is like, here's a statement you've never heard anybody say. Why did they say it? I don't know, because they're silly. I don't know. Some people ask for 300 KP to do EU home instances. So okay, so first off, I've never heard this. I will guess... because some power builds have issues with the disruptive nature of the fight. That's a guess. He runs around a lot. You have to chase him constantly. You have to run in and out of the fight all the time. I'm going to guess that. But if I'm wrong, I would believe it. Escort Glenna is going to be attacked by White Mantle enemies spawning near her when left alone for too long. True. Immune to tower shots. I've never tested that. Immune to the final boss. The final boss includes sending dogs at her, and even if she isn't hit by him, the dogs go for her. Not affected by boons. I don't know if she is or isn't. But this is absolutely true. Okay. Keep Construct. The added difficulty in the challenge mode of this boss is that the room is like 5 feet smaller. The fighting arena is slightly smaller. You receive massive damage on the edge. Yes. The boss has more health and deals more damage. The spawning statues in your health. No, it's that. The fighting arena is slightly smaller. It's the easiest CM mode in the game. Twisted Castle. Which of these is not true? You can immobilize statues with immobilize abilities. I immediately think it's that one, but hold on. Some floor tiles are fake and you could fall through them to your death. I don't know of a single fake floor tile in the place. Stability is useful. Stability is useful. All White Mantle enemies need to be killed to finish the Twisted Castle. I'm pretty sure that is true. That is true, because you sometimes start to get feared off of the platform. You can immobilize statues with immobilize abilities. Okay, so here's the thing. The statues will only move when you're not looking at them. So you can effectively immobilize them just by staring at them. However... if you mean the immobilize condition, I've never tried hitting them with the immobilize condition. So that could be true or not true. And the second thing, as far as some fake floor tiles, if there are fake floor tiles, they are on some of the floating islands that have nothing to do with the fight. Could they exist and I don't know about it? Yes. But I've done every button in that fight, and I've never seen a fake floor tile. So if they exist, they're on platforms that don't matter, which would be kind of a curveball for this question. So I'm going to say the second option, but if they exist on some other random island, then so be it. Zera, the special action key needs to be timed correctly to protect your squad from certain death from one of the attacks. The special action key on that fight is a shield that protects you from a big boom that's going to happen. Protects your whole squad. Yeah. Is received by clearing shards? No. Cannot be given to the tank. I think it can be. Makes your entire squad invulnerable to damage from all sources. No, I think it just protects from the big boom. I don't think it protects from all damage. Challenge mode. Let's talk about Wing 4 challenge modes. These ask you to some mechanical details that may not be necessary for successful clears, so it's fine if beginners do not know the answers yet. Cairn challenge mode. Which of the following statements is true? If you do not use your special action key once every 10 seconds, it auto-activates and shoots your character forward in the direction you're facing. I'm pretty sure that's true. Upon reaching 99 stacks of the movement debuff, your character is immobilized and cannot use abilities other than the action key until you go into down state or successfully complete a green mechanic. I think that's also true. In challenge mode, there is no way to remove the stacks of the debuff you've accumulated. Also, I think this is all of the above. Mersot Overseer CM, which of the following statements is not true? Touching a glowing blue field with parts of your character's hitbox saves you from the instant death mechanic. I think your whole body needs to be in it. I'm gonna hover that for now. The spawning time of the spikes is determined by the timing of the boss reaching 75, 50, and 25%, so you can control potential overlaps of blues and spikes by reducing damage. That also sounds not true. In challenge mode, the tiles captured by the enemies apply poison to you, which makes healing more difficult. Dang, dude, I have not done CM of any raid boss in a very long time. I remember that, you know, red tiles do damage over time, green tiles are about to kill you, blue tiles you have to stand on or else you get killed. As far as the orange tiles poisoning you, I don't remember that. Which is not true. Boss has more health. Yeah, that is true. That might be true. I'm gonna guess the poison thing. But I could be wrong. I haven't done CM in that in ages. The thing is like, this is the kind of knowledge where whether this is true or not does not change the strategy of the fight. Either way, you don't want to go in there. But as far as the exact mechanic, I'm not sure. Now I'm doubting my own knowledge. Samurog CM in challenge mode in contrast to normal mode, the only way to move when you have the big circle during the friendship lock key mechanic is to shadow step teleport to the similar abilities. Okay, so I know if you have that mechanic on you, you cannot walk. I don't know if you can teleport. The boss has more health. True. The only way to remove spirits in the arena is to wait until the boss pulls them in. Also true. Okay, so I know that's true and that's true, which means it has to be this. All of the above is true. Damos CM, which of the following statements is true about challenge mode? Placing a black hole in the center of the arena is going to damage the shackled prisoner. Yeah. Hand kiting in challenge mode is not more difficult than in normal mode. Outside of phases taking longer. True. Demonic tier projectiles are blockable and thus remove Aegis careful during the Mind Crush attack. Also true. Legendary mode. These questions ask you to think, read precisely, make logical deductions. I'm not going to make it easy. Which of the following is not true? Not true. Gorseval can kill its own allies to gain a damage buff. Gorseval can kill its own allies to gain a damage buff. I've never heard that. The jumping shard attack from Matthias Gabriel interacts favorably with mechs, allowing Condi Mechanist to output a crazy amount of damage. The jumping shard attack, you can reflect, and I know you can block projectile on that. Like a druid can use staff 5 on that to make it a burst of healing. I've never heard about an interaction with mechs on that. Oh, wait, no. I know engineers with a shield can hold their static shield up and move into certain mechanics to make the boss CC itself like 40 times. I don't know if it's that, but that's not specifically mechs, so it's probably not what I'm thinking of. When called to the right spots during escort, Glenna will actually teleport even through walls. I've never heard this. At the start of the fight, Samurog will always assign the tanking role to the first player to enter the arena. That is true. So the first 3 of 4 things on these options, I've never heard of. So I'm going to guess it's the first one, because I've never seen a damage buff icon on Gorseval. Why is Condi Daredevil significantly beating its Golem benchmark on Cairn the Indomitable in top logs found on EG on GW2 Wingman? I've never even heard of GW2 Wingman. I have no idea what that guy's doing. Okay, let's read the options and see if we can figure it out. Cairn receives more incoming damage from poison. I've never heard that. This fight allows you to precast venoms and traps in a way that is not done on the golem. That is true. If you have someone waiting at the entrance to handhold you, you can go to the arena and it'll be empty. And you can put a bunch of traps down before the fight even starts. Then they spawn the boss on top of your traps. That can be done, so it might be that. Karen has a second unreachable hitbox nearby, which tricks the evade skill Impaling Lotus into sending too many projectiles into the boss. I've never heard that. Since Condi Daredevil spends 60% of its rotation evading, all damage, pressure, and teleportation fields can be ignored. But that wouldn't mean you're doing more... That would not make you do more damage than the on the golem, because you'd be doing those same dodges on the golem. So I'm gonna say it's pre-casting traps. Which of the following records is true? Only consider actual main raid bosses and wing 1 through 4. Which is true. Samurag is the only raid boss to be immune to Condi damage while having a Defiance bar up. I know he takes almost no damage from power attacks while you're trying to CC him. And his health doesn't usually move, so I could believe that's true, but I've never tested that. Veil Guardian and Sammy are the only bosses to delay the start of their split phase based on where you tank them. There's 25 bosses. Okay, so Veil Guardian and Samurag both have to run to a certain spot in the arena to start their next phase. So if you tank Veil Guardian by the edge of the arena, it has to run to the middle. If you tank Sammy by the entrance, it has to run to its cubby. So that is a true statement. As far as, are they the only ones? I'll come back to that, because then I'm going to have to think of the other 23 bosses and if any of them do the same thing. Wing 2 is the only raid where raid bosses can gain super speed. Talking about escort? Which of the following records is true? What does it mean, records? Why is records written in quotes? Zera has the highest number of additional entities among all raid boss encounters that strictly have to be killed to complete the boss encounter. Have to be killed to complete the boss encounter. Zera has the little crystals. And she's got little ads that spawn on the platform, but those can be ignored. They're usually cleaved down, but I don't think they're required for the fight. Highest number of additional entities among all raid boss encounters that strictly have to be killed to complete the boss encounter. Spirit Run has a ton of stuff that spawns, but I don't think it has to be killed. Other than the walls. You can just heal through the rest. And there's probably more crystals on Zera than there are walls on Spirit Run. It says to only consider Wing 1 through 4. Only consider actual raid main bosses. Raid main bosses. Well, what does it mean, raid main bosses? Does that just mean, like, the final boss of each raid wing? Read the question, please. Yeah, well, yeah, it says raid main bosses, but then it mentions Veil Guardian and Sammy, which are not the main bosses of their raid wing. Sabbatha is. So, I mean, it's phrasing. Exclude Bandit Trio. Bandit Trio is a raid boss! I mean, what? This was written very poorly. It means only boss encounter. Bandit Trio is a boss fight that has 3 bosses. So I don't know, like, who they're counting with this. Sammy is the only raid boss to be immune to Condi damage while having a Defiance bar up. It probably means not running around like smacking a boss. Main boss, I guess, excludes Spirit Run Escort. Sammy is the only raid boss to be immune to Condi damage while having a Defiance bar. Alright, hold on. Veil Guardian might be immune to damage while it has a Defiance bar. I'm not positive. I know you have to CC it, but I don't know if it's immune or just highly resistant. Veil Guardian and Sammy are the only bosses to delay the start of their split phase based on where you tank them. Hang on. Alright, if we're not counting Spirit Run, Gorseval split face. He doesn't care where he is in the room, I don't think. I don't know. Gorseval has to move to the middle of the room too. I wonder if you have him on the edge of the arena, if it would delay also. So that could be false. Sabbatha will instantly change. She'll just leap off the platform. She doesn't care. If we're not into the escort, Cute Construct, there's no delay. Twisted Castle doesn't count. Zera doesn't care. Slothosaur doesn't care. If we're, I don't know if we're counting Bandit Trio. Matthias, I don't think he cares. He can transition anywhere. And Gore's TP's to the center. I don't recall. I mean, you usually fight him in the center, so I don't remember if he TP's or walks. I hate the phrasing on this question, though. Wing 2 is the only raid wing where raid bosses can gain super speed. I don't know. I don't know if they're including Glenna in this. Like, are they talking about giving Glenna super speed? Also, you can give super speed to the escort lady in River of Souls. But we're not talking about that wing, so I don't know if that counts. And I don't know if she counts as the raid boss. Because she's the escort. Which is true. Okay, I've never actually thought about this. The highest number of additional entities that you have to kill to complete the boss encounter. So Zera has all those crystals that you have to destroy. Because there's crystals on the different islands. So, alright, just thinking of Wing 1 through 4 here. Veil Guardian has the 3 Veil Bros. Okay, Spirit Run, you only have to kill the walls. There's more crystals than walls. Gorseval, you have to kill the 4 big ghosts on, what, 2 phase transitions? So that's 8 entities you have to kill. And then if you have a high enough DPS, you don't have to kill the walls, you don't have to kill the blue orbs, and you don't have to kill the little ads. Sabbatha, you have to kill her 2 mini-boss summons. You don't have to kill the cannons or all the little ads if your damage was high enough and you were just crazy and stupid. So yeah, Zera beats all of Wing 1. Slothosaur, I don't think you have to kill the Slublings. You should. Bandit Trio. You don't have to kill the Saboteurs. You can just CC them. And same with the Mortars. You could just CC them and then just move on. So you just got, like, the 3 bandits. And lots of ads. Okay. Matthias is just Matthias. Matthias, the only ads in that fight are the ice patches on the ground, which don't have to be killed. If we're not counting Twisted Castle, then I think this might be true. But I've never really thought about this before. Alright, I'm just going to submit it. I'm going to hide this thing since it's already doxed me once. And then it says something in another language. Okay, hold on. Translate. Ihre Antwort wurde gespeichert. Your response has been recorded. View score. Alright. Let's see. Okay, let's see what I got. Come on, dark mode. There we go. Okay, first one. Veil Guardian. Nearly every group will ask some players to play Condi because Red Guardian is basically immune to power. True. Spirit Woods. What is the purpose of grabbing adrenal mushrooms in the first part of the Spirit Woods encounter? The cooldown reset they provide lets Mesmers reset their Portal Mimic Blink combo. I have never used that strategy. I've never been in a group where I asked Mesmers to port people through Spirit Run. Adrenal mushrooms have a cooldown reset, which allows mesmers to provide portals to all the capturing circles. The pseudo quickness and the increased movement speed are attributed to a different type of mushroom, and if adrenal mushrooms have those effects, they would still not help capture circles, as taking a detour for increased short-time movement speed is a silly idea. And just because they're mushrooms, that doesn't mean you harvest them. Yeah. Gorseville, during the Defiant Spore attack, will mainly damage players. Every inflicted hit does a fixed amount of damage. Yeah, because I know Weavers do many rapid hits, and they pop themselves on that. Sabtha, what's the primary purpose of having a kiter? Flat kiting. Slothosaur, which of the following is not true? This one I did guess on. So, what's the answer? Standing inside Sloth's hitbox during the shake attack will protect the rest of your team from the attack. See, I said that I could believe that, because it works like that on Whisper of Jormag, but I've never heard that, so I was not confident in that. Because I've never been in a group where someone was like, oh, I'll just walk into the shake and pop my invuln and protect the party. And because I had never heard that, I just assumed that that wasn't the case. But I could completely believe that because that's how Whisper of Jormag works. So I guessed on this one, and I guessed wrong. Bandit Trio, which is not true. The only use for beehives is to Daysburg. That is... so I said that they can be used for the saboteurs. And it says beehives can also be thrown to the cage. They auto-CC any approaching saboteurs while they linger in the area. Yes. Matthias Gabriel, while fighting the boss, some commanders want you to bring Condi DPS. I guessed on this one, but it looks like I guessed correctly. While it's true the current Condi builds have perform more easily in a heavily disruptive scenario, for build-specific reasons, e.g. singular attacks to long cooldowns, increasing massive amounts of damage and continued auto-attacks being a relatively low share of their damage output, this is not related to the damage type. This sentence did not make any sense to me at all. Okay. Escorting Glenna is going to be attacked by the White Mantle. Please give her swiftness and try not to get her killed unless you really enjoy her dialogue. Keep Construct. The added difficulty in the challenge mode of this boss is that the fighting arena is slightly smaller. Yes. Twisted Castle, which is not true. Yeah, so I guessed on this one. So I said... some floor tiles are fake and you can fall through them. And I also said, if there are some that are fake, I've never hit them, which means none of these fake floor tiles are in the path of the area you have to be for the boss fight. They would be, because there's a lot of floating islands you never visit on this boss fight, and I don't know what's over there. I've never checked. So it says, against the multitude knockbacks and fear effects, stability can save your life. Yeah, I said that. Indeed, Immobilize, like the Ranger's skill Entangle, can make this encounter much easier. Some floor tiles are fake, but you will not encounter them in the most commonly ran route. There you go. So they do exist, but they're not on the path that anybody runs, so I've never seen them, even in 6 years. Killing White Mantle opens certain portals and is necessary for advancing through the castle, however, you don't need to kill all of them. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Zero special action key. Correct. Needs to be timed correctly to protect your squad from certain death. Okay? Let's see. One person will always run the part with the fake tiles. I have done every button on the Twisted Castle fight, and I do not know the room that has fake floor tiles. I don't know where that is. Challenge mode. Cairn, which of the following is true? I got that wrong. What was it? You have to use your action key every 10 seconds, or you just fly. Even if you have nowhere reasonable to go with it, use it in place to avoid this effect. Yes, I knew that. While it's true that you get frozen when reaching 99 stacks, going into downstate does not actually save you. It kills you. Going into greens will transform you back, as you are going to lose stacks for successfully completing the green mechanic. Okay. Alright. Mersot, Overseer, CM, which of the following statements is not true? This one I guessed on. I did not have confidence in this one. Let's see. What was the correct answer? Touching a blue field with any part of your character's hitbox saves you from the instant death mechanic. So, I was under the impression that your whole character needed to be in the blue field. They're saying that you can just stick a toe in there. Spikes will always spawn 10 seconds after reaching a new phase, held threshold, and then every 10 seconds after until the next phase is reached. Since they take a predictable amount of time to shoot up after appearing, you can use that to put it out of sync with blue spawns, which happens with 29 and 59 on the Enrage. The worst timing is phrasing when the Enrage timer shows XXX4, because it makes the spikes align perfectly with the blue mechanic. Touching a blue field is not enough to solve the mechanic. You need to not touch a non-blue field. In other words, stand properly inside the field, not on the edge.
So many papers to file.
Okay. Okay, so it was that you had to get your whole body. All right, so I think I misread this one. All right, I think that's reading comprehension, Mukluk. All right. Samurog challenge mode. In challenge mode, in contrast to normal mode, the only way to move is when you have the big circle, the boss has more health, and the only way to remove spirits is wait till the boss pulls them. All of them are true. Okay. Deimos challenge mode. Which of the following statements is true about CM? I thought all that was true. Placing a black hole in the center will damage the shackled prisoner. Okay. Hand kiting is harder because Saul will not cast his healing banner in challenge mode. Make sure to bring enough sustain. In contrast, in normal mode, even DPS builds could hand kite thanks to the banner. This is generally not advisable in CM. Demonic tears cannot be blocked, so they will not consume Aegis. They have nothing to do with failing to block the Mind Crush. A more likely explanation of those is a greed pride, reaching middle and exploding, or the evil Saul cleaving the skull. Ah, okay. See, my main for years was Druid. He didn't have access to Aegis until extremely recently, over the last 6 years. And I knew that there was other mechanics on that fight that could take your Aegis away right before the boom and get you killed. I just assumed Terror would be one of them, and apparently it's not. Okay. Which of the following statements is not true? Gorseval can kill its own allies to gain a damage buff. Which of the following is not true? You know what? I misunderstood this. At the start of the fight, Samurog assigns the tanking role to the first player that enters the arena? No, it's at the start of the fight, when you run in, Samurog puts a marker over the first person into the arena. If that person does not become the tank, that person is the person who's going to be jumped when he gets to 90% health. So, again, I misread this. So, because there is no tank on Sammy. If this is true, I didn't know. Alright, so let's see. In a time of power creep, it may be forgettable, but the World Ender attack consumes all small spirits and does give Gorseval a damage buff. Yeah, I was going to say, if you have enough DPS, you never see the World Ender attack. The mech of a Mechanist will get extra shards, and it can ramp up to crazy damage. Get extra shards. I don't follow that explanation. Since Glenna is really bad at navigating terrain, calling her onto terrain will teleport her. I've never done that, I've just followed the path. Samurog, Rigum, and Gouldhelm, for that matter, consistently, for all tanking switches, will always choose the player furthest from them that they can see, ignoring down players. The first tanking selection is no exception to that. Well, yeah, Rigum and Gouldhelm do that. The reason the first player into the arena can sometimes get aggro is that Sammy cannot see the other players still outside the arena, so if everyone waits outside until the boss has been triggered, the first person is simultaneously the furthest away. Stealth can also be used to manipulate this logic, as stealth players will not count either, unless you have 9 players deliberately waiting outside until the fight has started. First person to enter can basically never get aggro, which is why the statement is wrong. Why is Conde Daredevil significantly beating its Golem benchmark? So again, this is basically saying, why is this happening on this website that I've never heard of? I have no idea. I guessed on this one. Mechanist got a Barrier Signet with Reflect. Barrier Signet does not reflect. Barrier Signet blocks projectiles. It does not reflect anything. The only Reflect that Inji has is Shield 4 for like a couple seconds. Alright, so what was the answer here? Karen has a second unreachable hitbox nearby, which tricks the evade skill Impaling Lotus into sending out too many projectiles into the boss. Okay, I had no idea. Venoms cannot be precast outside of certain specific tricks with Thief Guild. Summons are not subject to boon strips, which is overall a rather niche effect, and does not explain the magnitude of the gap. The trap is also precast on the Golem. Okay. You will find that the game thinks there's a second cairn and tries to fire at it. I had no idea. As long as you are close enough to the boss when you dodge, these extra projectiles will hit cairn and apply bonus, torment, and bleeding. Okay. Which of the following records is true? Only consider actual raid main wing bosses. This is the question I hated the most because of the phrasing. I don't know what they mean by a main wing boss. Some people in my chat are saying Bandit Trio don't count. Some people are saying it means only the end bosses of the raid wing. But Veil Guardian Samurog are in the second answer, which are not the last boss of their raid wing. So Really didn't like the phrasing on this one. So what was the answer? Wing 2 is the only raid wing where bosses can gain super speed. Both Sloth and Gabriel have a mechanic where one of your allies switches to the enemy team. A skill that applies super speed after being cast, such as Mesmer, Elite, Time Warp, will treat the boss as an ally and hence buff them. Funny enough, the Bandit Trio bosses can also be buffed because they are standing in the camp as allies before their spawn. While Zera does have a lot of entities you could kill, only 7 of them are mandatory. 1 fake Zera to start the fight, 4 shards in the pre-event, 2 shards in the gliding event. The first place is Gorseval, which requires you to kill 8 spirits. Okay. Obviously, in the Twisted Cast... Well, hold on a second. There's also shards... Okay, so there are multiple times during the fight where 5 people in the group get teleported to an outer island, and they have to kill a shard to get back. So they're saying that that's not mandatory for ending the fight. So this is saying that technically the 5 people that stay on the inner island can just let the 5 outer people die and finish the fight, which I guess is true. I was counting all the shards through the entire encounter. They're counting, they're not counting ones that let teammates die. Okay. The first place is Gorsel, which requires you to kill 8 spirits. Obviously in Twisted Castle, Spirit Woods, you need to kill a lot more too, but these do not count as boss encounters. When phasing Gorseval, it will first walk back to the middle before starting the split phase sequence, hence taking the center saves time. Yep, and we talked about that. Sloth also takes no damage from Condies while it has Defiance bar up. Okay. So my mistake on this one was I counted the, 1, I did not know this, and 2, when I was mathing that out, I counted the crystals for when the group of 5 gets teleported away. Okay. Alright, how many did I get wrong? I got a ton of them wrong. 9 out of 18. I got 9 out of 18 correct. There was 2 I misread, and the rest of them I just plain out got wrong. It's interesting. It's interesting, because, like, you know, I've made guides on a bunch of these, and most of this stuff is not relevant to know. But this is, like, really, really niche knowledge. Like, for sure. Like, knowing that Karen has a second invisible hitbox that only a Daredevil can abuse? I had no idea. I had no idea about that. See if there's anything else here. Yeah, like this. This is a question about floor tiles that are on islands that I never have to visit while doing this fight. So, like, I've hit every button on this fight. I had no idea there were fake floor tiles. Karen Challenge Mode. So, I misunderstood how Karen Challenge Mode worked, and yet I've led people to killing it before. So, this doesn't change the strategy at all, but it is true that I misunderstood the mechanic slightly. This one was reading comprehension. I messed that one up with reading. And as the person who's not the Aegis person on that fight, I misunderstood what they were Aegising. Or I misunderstood what was eating their Aegis. Sugar says, question for tomorrow, what will be the new early morning stream game? I have not decided yet. Still working on it. At Muck, your thumbnail on YouTube is for Riftbreaker. What? Shouldn't be. Why didn't it save? Hang on. Alright, it's updated. Thank you. Have you played Once Human? No, I have not. I have not. I have seen other people playing it. Like, I've seen Co-Carnage and Dan's Gaming playing it. It looks like they just run around with a car and a gun, which I've seen a lot of games where you do that. So I gotta say, there's nothing that's tempted me to play it. Muck, test it. Test what? They don't even know there's a thief in their game. No way they know about Condi Daredevil. Muck should go back to FF14. That was a pretty boring experience. Once Human? Well, again, when I looked at Once Human, it just looked like people running around and there was just cars and guns and stuff, and it looked really boring. I just typed in Once Boring. Once Human.
Thanks, Mr. Muck.
Just fishing. Oh, they're fighting Draco. A crawling school bus. The final boss is Miss Frizzle. Reviews. Mixed. There's fishing and I can make an aquarium. It's not bad. Combat is basic. Exploration buildings are top notch. This game has interesting mechanics, though I'm not sure how long it will hold my attention. Quick list. There's many items to unlock. Blueprint system's interesting. Lots of dungeons and cities to explore. Buildings can be fun sometimes. Deviant system's interesting. Gunplay is not bad at all. Cons. Player buildings littering the landscape are often hideous. Most just build a box or even just a foundation. Game feels soulless, like Unreal Engine 5 store parts slapped together. This is weird considering there's a lot of custom interesting work throughout the game. 6-week hard resets are hard to swallow. We'll see how that plays out. Hard to see if it kills the game or not. NPCs seem pretty generic, characters are uninteresting. Quests are boring, I haven't found many that are interesting. The building snap system needs help, it's sometimes impossible to place something where you need it to go. Quests are randomly voiced, hope that improves over time. Very little player interaction for an online game, feels very lonely at times outside starting zone. The number of menus is insane, there's so many menus, sub-menus, and more sub-menus through sub-menus that I really don't understand how anyone could think this is a good UI. To the same point, there are insane number of currencies. Oh, welcome to Guild Wars 2. There's a currency like USD, a premium currency for cosmetics, a currency for gambling blueprints with, a currency for other cosmetics. It's not the premium currency, and a currency for seasonal items. Let's figure out a way to consolidate the currencies. Resets every 6 weeks? And you're so it's forced multiplayer, so you're going to see like other people's constructions and stuff? Now that actually sounds worse than I thought it did. I've seen friends play it, looks boring, like something you might demand way too much time and progress on interesting bits. Yeah, I'm not, like, it might be good. It might be good. I'm not saying it's definitely bad, but I'm saying I'm not sold on the idea. Given your Guild Wars 2 history, you were also once human. Technically true, yes. Secret reset for crafting survival looter shooter is crazy. Yeah, if it had a... Like, I'd be more apt to play something like that if it was purely single player than if I was forced to play it online with other people in resets and stuff. Because if you're forced to play with other people, you know you're just going to see a whole bunch of buildings that look like dingle-dangles. That's it. There's just going to be a bunch of PP-shaped buildings all over the countryside, and that's going to be the whole experience.
You must prove your strength to Ox by becoming the Ox.
Shut up, Norm.
I can transform you for a short time. Use it.
Can't stay, gotta get ready for a bunch of meetings. Hi again, Mug. Hi, Bluebell in chat. Hi, Jackals. I don't like games that resets. I don't, like, sometimes I can enjoy it, but, like, when I choose to. For example, like, if I'm playing Diablo 3, and then they just start a new season, and I can choose to play on the new season if I want to, I don't mind that. But it doesn't force you to. I can still keep playing my old character if I want. The worst part about the game is every 6 weeks the game is reset. You need to start level 1 and get all the materials. The only remaining blueprints is their season mechanic. Have you seen the Lord Hyzen Spear video? You're in it twice. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen it. I have seen it. I did not know I was in that. I thought it was pretty funny. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can find it. It was around here. I don't remember where the other one was, but that was one of them. Me moaning while I threw lightning Dark Souls spears. What in the blue hell is that human doing here? He's the oldest living character on my account. I think there was one, it was near the end. I'm not sure where. Is it here? Hold on.
It's the expansion, just like the last time.
I'm in danger!
Wait, what about Revenant Spear?
One eternity later.
Shame.
That was it. It's just me going at the end. That's it. You can tell he's the oldest because he's taller. Yes, Asuras grow to 6 feet tall if they live long enough, but we have very short lifespans because we're always at war. I thought I got it. This is the second time this has fooled me. I thought I got a Tooth of Frostfang for a second. It's not what that is. That is a reskin. Now Muck is Heisen famous. Yep. Now everyone knows. Yes. Asura always at war because everyone rightfully hates them. I mean, they started off fighting Primordius because he's attacking them from underground. But that doesn't really dispute what you said, because Primordius hates them. He hates everybody, though. He's an equal opportunity hater. Alright, that one's done. Poor Revi, but I can put a spear on my Vindy and do Dragoon jump for Final Fantasy. He doesn't hate anyone anymore because he's dead. They did creepy pokey things to Sylvari. A Asura did creepy pokey things to Sylvari, yes. Yeah. But then the Sylvari went and slaughtered a bunch of the centaurs. The good ones. So yeah, they were warmongering too. That happened in, what, season 1, I think? Season 2? Oh, that's right. Season 2 was Scarlet Briar. Some of the commenters have said I think it was a warrior more so of a dragon than the Venu the New Spear. Scarlet. If all your tunes are Asura or you have other races as well, if you have, do you even play them? I just like playing the Asuras. They're funny little dudes. Most of my characters are Asuras. This guy is my oldest character. He's over 10 years old, so he gets like the really good birthday presents every year. So I keep him. I have played every race through their starting story, but then I deleted them because I didn't enjoy playing them that much. So I've played them before. I just don't currently. Vindicator with Spear looks like Dragoon from Final Fantasy. That was more the Nightmare Court or the beginnings of the NC. Well, I'm just saying, if you're saying, like, all Asura are bad because this one Asura hurt Sylvari, then then all Sylvari are bad because some Sylvari murdered some bunch of centaurs. You know? That's equivalency. But the full truth is every race of this game has good people and bad people. Muck, you got 2 mail, apparently. Daily Gathering. Yay. Guild invite. I'll do that. Okay. Thank you, kind sir. 1 copper. Okay. 4 giveaway. 6 days old. Sideshow. Brandy Greatsword. Thank you. And, alright, let me put that in the guild bank. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Wait. Why do I have a bunch of green stuff way down there? What the heck? What is going on? That's not good. Okay, that should fix that. Alright, so now it works. The bottommost pockets of my bags were filled up, and I couldn't reach the stuff down there. Sure mentioned the Safari which killed creatures, and not the one which destroyed a whole city with a giant drill. Well, I mean, that's true also. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I wasn't even thinking of that, but yeah, you know, Scarlet Briar killed everyone in Lion's Arch, so... Yeah, if anyone's like, oh, Sorrow bad because he poked Salad, okay, well, Salad bad because she poked Lion's Arch. How about that? Scarlet sends us presents, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Sylvari killed Centaur Gandhi. Sylvari awoke the dragons. Sylvari burned Lion's Arch. Traherne is a Sylvari. Traherne was a good boy. He was just really boring. Does it count if it was Morty? I mean, she was going crazy, though. So I don't know if it was. Did Norns do anything bad? Bram and all of Bram's actions. Like, the entire Icebrood saga is Bram going, oops. Like, the Icebrood saga is basically like, hey, I found this super powerful weapon and left Rox to die. Good thing you went and saved her. And didn't show up when you called me for help. And led my people to die over here. And got drunk and gave the enemy the super powerful weapon. And also the only things that have ever been shot with this weapon are a tooth and the player. That's it. So, yeah. On the flip side, all of Path of Fire is Ritlock, says oops. All of Path of Fire was Ritlock's fault. Literally the whole thing. So, you know, there's his oopsie doopsie. Man, I'm realizing right now the main characters have huge body counts. Even Cormier called him out? Freaking Cormier. What am I supposed to do here? Free prisoners, remove pests. Alright, I'm just gonna do a few steps of this while we're chatting. Most of Season 3, too. Yeah. Let's not look at all of our war crimes. Yeah, what's a war crime or two between friends? Honestly.
You are always welcome.
Ascalonian Catacombs is Air's little oopsies. Wait, is it? I mean, the Ascalonian ghosts are because the Char nuked Ascalon. What did Air do there? Hi, Kate. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. Which main characters didn't commit an oopsie? Kaith? No, Kaith let Fowlin live. She shouldn't have done that. That's her oopsie. Kaith stole the egg. Yeah, that too. Kaith has bad taste in women. Not like Rose. Rose knows what's up. Are you gonna watch the Path of Exile reveal stream on Thursday? Probably not. I do enjoy Path of Exile. I've even made some guides for Path of Exile for those of you that don't know. But I'll just watch the synopsis afterward. Did Logan do anything? You actually... Okay, from what I know about Logan, from reading the novels and then also playing the game, you could argue he did nothing wrong. But he had some tough calls to make. The biggest one, which is the one that Ritlock hates him for, was when Logan was like, I have to go save the queen who's about to die, and he waypointed out. But in doing so, their chances fighting Kralkatorrik went from slim to none, and then Blish, or sorry, not Blish, Snaf died as a result. So, but Logan's actions caused a domino effect, and if it were not for what Logan did that day, the queen would be dead, and all of the people who live in the city of Ebonhawk would be dead. So, either way, whether he had gone or stayed, there would have been death. But he ended up saving a whole city full of people, starting like a Char and human alliance, and saving the queen. So, that's the only thing I can think of for a Logan oopsie. Unless he, like, you know, his feet pics of the queen got leaked or something. She wouldn't be dead, she'd be branded. Also possible. Is the high patch, or wait, is the patch out? If there's a patch today, it's in like a half an hour. Usually that's when they do patch time. I want Canuck back. I want to be told to use my foot key again. How do I get in these caves? I just got a message from Helena Thackeray that says, I can spill some embarrassing oopsies from Cousin Logan's childhood. Wow, what have you put in some effort? Have you finished your DPS build testing series? Which DPS build do you say is the easiest to achieve a good benchmark? The easiest. Hang on. Where's that spreadsheet? Hang on a sec. My Excel will not open. There we go. So for pure DPS, the ones I've tested so far myself were these. And Dragon Hunter was super easy to get 33k. Reaper was pretty easy too. Like, these are the ones I've done so far. If you want to, like, provide a boon and do DPS, the easiest one was absolutely the, Quickness Deadeye. That one was the only one that in the first, like, 5 minutes of testing, I broke 30k. Like, while providing a boon. It was crazy. And I couldn't even do that while not providing a boon on Weaver. Are you doing World Comp? Yeah, a little bit. You know those things from the Wizard Vault that like are like partially built legendaries? I'm holding like 3 of those, and I want to turn them into legendaries for giveaways. But this freaking World Comp, I need Gifts of Exploration, so I'm chipping away at it a little each day while I chat. Just trying to make a bit of progress. I might have to install one of those add-ons, like Taco or something, to speed this up. Right now I'm just wandering. World Comp is easy, Gifts of Battle are the hard part. It's gonna depend on who you ask. Like, neither of them are difficult, but they both are just huge time sinks. Trail markers also tell you which hearts you could just buy stuff from the TP. Let's see, that one's done. Alright, so there's a guy in there. Blish pathing. Yeah, I just have to set it up, which I just don't feel like doing right now. Probably just gonna finish this zone for the day and then swap back to my main character. Wonder how you rate Fresh Air Tempest, as that's pressing the coffee button as much as possible. The coffee button. Alright. True story, my wife does World Comp with the taco markers for her ease of mind. I mean, that's fine. I'm sure some people find it, like, therapeutic. You just follow the markers and be, doing something else, like watching Netflix on the other monitor at the same time. Blish has Tech, which is very quick and easy map trail comps. Yeah, I've used the trail markers. How does the trail markers work if you boot it up in a zone that you've done like half of? Does it still take you through the things you've already done? Yes, it does. collect grub meat. It's always the same route, but it's easy to see. Alright, well maybe I'll finish, because this zone I'm like 80% done. Maybe I'll finish this, and then I'll try installing that for the next one. Yeah, it's funny, I didn't realize how much I really didn't want to do World Map Comp until I started doing World Map Comp. I'm doing it just so that I can make more Legos to give away, but like, I was 5 minutes into this, and I'm like, God, I don't want to do this. Filter time? Sure. There you go. Mug unrelated, have you done the Outer Wilds on stream? Yeah, I did. That is one of very few Steam games I've actually refunded. I played it for an hour or two, and then I stopped, and I was like, chat, I've really not had fun. The experience of it is like, okay, if you guys, I'm gonna explain this in a way that people who have not played this can understand what it was like. Like, Outer Wilds, you're playing, and then suddenly it says you die, and you start over. And I'm like, what? And I was literally indoors when it happened, so I didn't see what happened. Then I'm like, okay, maybe in the building I was in there was a trap. I don't know what happened, but God, I'm back at the beginning. So I start playing, I die. This time I see it, the sun exploded. Okay. So then I start playing, and the sun explodes again. And I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like, it's just really frustrating. And chat's like, oh, you've got to figure out what happens and beat the game before the sun explodes. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to play, get killed, trying to play, get killed, trying to play, get killed. And each time I die, I go to a different area to see if I can find whatever I need. And there was this one planet that had like water spouts and stuff. And I was just honestly getting pissed off. And someone in chat's like, Muck, if you didn't think the sun exploding was cool, and if you don't think the water spout planet is cool, it's kind of all downhill after this. And I was like, okay. And I just refunded the game. Like, I realize some people have said that that's like an absolutely magical game that has changed their life, but I just found it incredibly irritating. It's a time loop experience. Well, yeah, I get that now. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time. Yeah, I just found it to be a very irritating game. Which game? Outer Wilds. Which is overwhelmingly positively reviewed on Steam. But yeah, that's one of the only game, like in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games, that's one of the only ones I've ever refunded on Steam. Not to be confused with Outer Worlds. No, Outer Worlds was kind of mid, but I enjoyed Outer Worlds more than Wilds. I finished that one. I did finish that playthrough. By the way, Muck, please tell Gilbert Stu to put Sunrise in the Legendary kit. Yeah, sure thing. I'll call Bobby up as soon as the stream's over. I'll let him know. Does Fireflies help? I don't think so. It's the reason why I think they should have an item to make progress to hearts after you've done WC once. I'd recommend Test Trails does World Comp, makes it easier. Would you play a Skrit if they were playable? If it was 3 Skrit and a trench coat. So like when you get a pair of boots, one of them gets like one boot, like one of them gets a right boot and one of them gets a left boot, but nobody gets all the boots. I would play that. I think that would be funny. It happens, I never enjoyed Dragon Age Origins even though it's so popular. Oh wow, yeah, I love Dragon Age Origins. I really like that one. We actually did a playthrough last year of Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition, and all their DLCs. So we just, like, freshly played all that and are ready for, well, I started to say Dreadwolf. It's not Dreadwolf now, is it? They changed it. The new Dragon Age game. Mod, quick question. What were the potions I could buy for cheap for research notes? Potion of Son of Svanir Slaying was what I used in the video guide that I made about research notes. But what is profitable with those is going to change constantly. So if you go to the Fast Farming Community website, they have a calculator that'll tell you, any day what the cheapest way of getting them is, because it's going to change day to day. You said something in a past stream about a function of your website to recommend games. Is that in the works, or is it still just an idea? It is probably working. Hang on. Burr, 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 burr. Give me just a second. Gosh, why does my Discord have so many channels? I can't find anything. There we go. Okay. I will say this feature is still in testing. So if you have any problems with it, let me know. But I'm linking it in the chats right now. That lets you just add like a +1 vote to a game that has already been suggested if you want me to play that game. Or you can like add in a new game if you want. But again, we're still like kind of ironing out the kinks for that. So if you hit any issues, tell us. Was that Ken? That was Ken. That was just Ken. %. Let's see, over there. You're echoing? Let me close some tabs. Okay, that probably fixed it. Almost done with the zone. Okay. 98%. There's a waypoint somewhere down there. Let's see if I can figure out how to get there. Still echoing? What do you mean still echoing? What? Chat, am I echoing? I just realized I had this tab open for a spell I wanted to find in Elden Ring, and I beat all of Elden Ring, and the DLC, and Malenia, and I never found the spell. I guess I can close this. Don't need it now. You might be hearing the embedded stream in your... Oh yeah, if you've got my website open, you might have the Twitch player on the side. No Black Lion key, rip. Alright, that zone's done. Okay, before I do another zone, maybe I'll try the add-on that we discussed. Oh, it says I missed something up there. Voted for Baba as you and Astroneer. Right on. Do it. Tell me what the people want. What is in here? Which add-on? One of the ones that just makes like a dotted line on the ground for you to follow to make world map comp easier if you've already done it before. Which I have. Wait, is this the guild hall battle area? Guild puzzle, yeah it is. That's what I was missing. Okay. Alright, now that map is done. What's Mike up to? World comp? Yeah, so this character had like, what was it, 60% world comp or something? 49. So this character had partial world comp, and I need more gifts of exploration, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna grab this character and do it, because he's partially done already. But it's very tedious. What add-ons do you prefer? I only use a couple. I use Arc DPS to track my damage so I can try to get good, which you can see up here in the top right. And I have Blish HUD, which has a bunch of different modules in it that I use. Hang on. Excuse me, I didn't want to sneeze in y'all's ears. I'm also, through BlishHUD, I'm using various different modules, such as the radial mount menu and the event timers, so that I don't have to pull open the web page if I want to see what events are going on right now. So I'm using those daily, but essentially BlishHUD and ArcDPS are the only installations I've done. Is it worth getting 2 of the same one-handed weapon? I use a Revenant Herald. I mean, it depends. It's like, for example, I'm currently playing Mace Ranger, so I do need 2 maces to play this. It depends on, like, what build you're doing. Tez Trails is very good for map comp because it shows what to do on hearts. Tez Trails? Is that in Blish, or is that something else? Let's see it. Te. It's in the route add-on. Route. It's in pathing. Pathing. I apparently have that installed. So I have to enable. Alright. I think I used this once before. Like, there was literally one time I led a full map completion train through Heart of Thorns, and I think I used it then. Can you edit your UI with Blish, like making UI smaller? I don't know. I'm not an add-on developer, so that would be a question for them. If you're doing a DPS Herald, which then one of the 2 recommended weapons is Sword, Watch Crimson says. I completed a map on one of my characters, but back then I didn't know anything about Legendary, so I threw the gift away. You threw it away? Oh no. See, even when I didn't know what it was, when I got it, I was like, okay, this has to be important because this is for World Map Comp, and I put it in the bank. It's important to consider stat use case. Generally speaking, swords are power. You're really only making it for the skin, as the stat changing won't have much value. I thought it was just a trash item they gave you when you complete something. Oh my goodness. Changing UIs against TOS? What? That doesn't sound right. I'd be curious to see that, because if you have someone that's got like bad eyes and they want to make like the icons bigger, that shouldn't be against TOS. How many votes does one get on the Game Vote website? I mean, you should be able to like, you know, +1 any of the things you want. I'd have to ask though. Like, again, that one's in development. Let me see if the guy says it right now. I'm scrolling through our debt. Oh, yeah, he's in here right now. What's up, Mail? Mail is the guy that made the voting website thing. Votes are 1 per game, either +1 or -1, no limit otherwise. Right on. Okay, that's it. That's it. That being the case, I should probably update the game recommendation command. Hang on a sec. Let's see. Chatbot, chat commands. Game rec. Oh wait, was it already updated? Hold on a sec. Okay, so if I do that... Oh, okay. Yeah, one of my mods must have done that. Alright, yeah, alright, so the game recommendation list was... Let me check it on YouTube. It does work. I have no memory of updating that command, so I'm not sure who updated it. The short links redirect, but the command content is the same. I updated the short links. Got it. Okay. My newbie friend liked to play open world Reaper with staff and a ton of summons. Any idea what stats do I even recommend for that cursed build? So, staff doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does, the staff 2 spam does give regeneration, which can keep the summons alive. So, staff Reaper can slowly roll over everything in open world. Right? It's a very chill build. Ironically, it does include chill as well. So if your friend just likes to play, like, you know, cozy, it's not bad. I've leveled a character doing that. You know, because, like, it's got sustain, so there's, like, no breaks, and you just keep going. So that's pretty cool. As far as the build, I mean, Reaper can be power or Condi, and your minions don't really scale with either. So you could be either Power Reaper or Condi Reaper, whatever you prefer. Heck, even the staff does power and Condi damage. It would be nice to have a list of games you've already played, Muck. That is on the... Hang on a second. Let me... Okay. I think I was echoing again. The list of games I've already played. So, one, like Fallout New Vegas has already been played. So I'll check that off. So some of them have already been played, and it says it there. Additionally, on the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel, let me go here. Is it going to play? So here, you can go to playlists, and you can search for any game. So like if you want to search like Dragon Age, here's the Dragon Age playlist, for example. So yeah, you could see any of them, but they're all sorted by playlists, nice and orderly. There's over 10,000 videos on this channel for anyone who doesn't know about my second YouTube channel. If you like to watch my stuff, subscribe to that. There is a mountain of it there, and it's all nice and neatly organized for your binging pleasure. Yeah, we recently uploaded Amanda the Adventurer and Kanito Pet, which were indie horror games we tried, as well as There Is No Game, which was honestly just silly fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here that's currently recommended. Detroit Become... Yeah, we played Detroit Become Human. That one's done. I gotta ask the website guy. I wonder, like, for you guys, I would hope the stuff that's already played is, like, at the bottom of the list, not just, like, scattered throughout the middle of it. But you can just, like, search suggestions, so there's that. How long would it take to watch all of the videos? 10,000 videos that are 30 minutes each? I don't know, do some math. Quick math. There was a sort button. Okay. Let's see. What's going on right now? I want to bash something with my maces. Let's see. Shadow Behemoth, Blighting Towers. Blighting Towers is fun. Let's see if I'm doing that right now. The game suggestion feature is so cool. Props to the devs. Yeah, credit goes to Mail, because we had a just like Excel sheet, and we were just updating that, and he's like, "This is stupid," and then he made us that automated thing. Let's see if anyone's doing this right now. We could bash some Mordrum. Let's see. Heart of Thorns. And Dragon Stand. Need more at center and south. Okay. Join button's not working? Alright. What class is your main? Ranger is what I play the most. Shadow Behemoth then? Let's see. When I try to type in the game, it doesn't show up a suggestible option. HGHG says, when I tried to type in my game, it doesn't show up as a suggestible option. What game are you trying to type in, HG? AoE Rose. Ultra Kill, but the only option that shows up is a mod for the game Ultra Kill. Mail, what determines, if you're still there, what determines whether or not a game is, will pop up when you type in the search? Is it searching Steam or something else? It's searching igdb.com. What is that? Internet Gaming Database? What's IGDB? That's the page Twitch pulls their list from. Oh, okay. Today I learned. Oh, it's so nice that they changed the cooldown of my elite skill to, was it 90 seconds? Down from 2 minutes. I'll take a look at why Ultra Kills is showing up. It's just a games database. Less people suggest things not on Steam. It's from Twitch. Yep. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, cool. That's a clever way to do it. I didn't know that was, possible. From 120 to 90? Yeah, they shaved 30 seconds off of the cooldown for the AoE Oh my god. AoE res. Boop. I don't know what happened to those guys. Yeah, now it's a 5-man res, and then there's a slight delay, and then there's another 5-man res if you have a trait, which I am running. So it can res 10 people. Now, the old Glyph of the Stars could res like 20 under perfect conditions, but it just depended on what was happening. I still love that video. The fattest of glyphs. I missed when they implemented it. The 30-second cooldown reduction was very recent. It was like the previous patch. That hasn't been there for too long. They also did it for the Warrior Res banner, I believe, in the same patch. Like the skills that were like AoE resurrects that might save a team went from like 2 minutes to 90 seconds. Lloyd says, sweet, I can finally see what Muck thinks about Ultra Kill. I don't know that I'm familiar with Ultra Kill. I mean, like, from the name, I'm assuming it plays like Quake. But I honestly have no idea. It kinda is. It's also aggressively funny. Oh my god, you guys... Okay, you just reminded me of, thinking aggressively funny. You reminded me of Styx. So I played a while back, Styx Master of Shadows. And look, my Is It Worth It video is on the Steam page still. And we made a lot of jokes about it, because we were like, we played the Hobbit game, because it was right when the Hobbit game, the Gollum game came out that was trash. Like, this one was pretty good, and I never played part 2 of it. That's on my to-do list as well. That one was very funny. Pushing the fix for Ultra Kill to show in the search now. Early access things are getting ignored, my bad. Oh, Styx was a lot of fun. Yeah, I played the first Styx game. I never finished the second one, so that's on the to-do list. Mail says, oh, whoops, I think we're hiding early access games. Okay, well, I think he just found one thing that he can tweak. Hey, Mugajad. Hi, Effley. Just rewatched that video a week or so ago. Ah, Glyph of the Stars. It wasn't broken, it was just misunderstood. Funny enough, there was a glitch. You guys ever been using a channeling move in Guild Wars 2 and had it just stop partway through it? Like you're doing the axe spin on Warrior and it just stops? And like you swear you didn't hit a button? Like that would happen with the old Glyph of the Stars. Like, and it sucked because when that happened, it would turn you saving the whole raid into not working. So it was extremely frustrating. And I reported it and sent them like 10 clips of video evidence of it and was trying to get it fixed for years. And then they reworked it. And I honestly have a theory that I subscribe to that is that they could not figure out why that problem was happening, so they just changed the skill. And so now it's just you cast it and it's not channeled, it's just fire and forget. And I think that's just because they could never figure out why the channel kept stopping. I forgot the key to reactivate RTPS. Alt-Shift-T is this window here, if that's what you want. Alt-Shift-T. Is today a patch? I don't know. But someone just linked game update notes in the chat for today. So it looks like it might be. Oh, is today the Jin's Dominion update? So these are the changes that were discussed in that very painful to watch stream they did last week. Note to users of third-party programs, yo, add-ons might break. Alright, I guess we got some patch notes to go over, chat. Sort of the very strict about which add-ons like RTV is only allowed to interact with the game code because it doesn't enable cheating. Yeah. Alright. Let's head over here. Let's get to my little parking spot. Ah, fly. There we go. Couldn't get my flying to kick in. Meh. This is my tree. This is where I do my broadcasts. Alright. Let's turn that down. Alright, chat. If your mom watches my YouTube channel, say hi to your mom. Here we go. Okay, hello gamers. Today is July 16th. We've got some Guild Wars 2 news. July 16th release notes need to be covered. Note to users of third-party programs. I'm going to just cover all of this right here. Your add-ons might break. Get over it. That's it. That's what that always says. General. Updated the behavior of the away from keyboard timer that returns players to the character select screen after extended periods of inactivity. In open world maps, the time remaining before a player who has not manually moved their character or performed any skill inputs is returned to character select is now reduced to 5 minutes if the player enters combat. Interesting. For anyone who doesn't immediately know what that's aimed at, AFK farming. So they have some very, I don't want to say strict. They've got some specifications of what they consider AFK farming. The biggest problems with this is if you get a engineer with turrets out or necromancers with golems out, like, you know, minions, and they go AFK in a low-level area. Monster spawns, attacks the necro, the golems attack, kill the aggressor, and then because you killed it, you leave combat, so your pet's full heal, and that just keeps happening. So it's not much, but you are technically making money while AFK. And then engineers do that with turrets. So you occasionally find these like blobs of players that are just like, 5, 10, 15 people that are all just standing there AFK. Maybe they've got an auto clicker that's just pressing like, drop new turret every, once a minute or something like that. So this is not going to just sweep that away because like this isn't going to stop the auto clickers. But basically if you are just standing there for 5 minutes, this will AFK you, and then you'll go back to character select. So, to be clear, they have said that they don't mind, like, semi-AFK farming. If you are, like, watching Netflix on one screen and you're just on the other and you're occasionally just, like, hitting one button and, like, blowing up some stuff that's near you, they don't really care. But they would rather the people that have the game open be actually playing the game. That's essentially it. That's what that is aimed at, almost guaranteed. Removed rocks that were blocking access to Mersat tokens 19 and 31 in Ember Bay. Holy crap, I know some people that are going to be very excited about this. So when you're working on, I think it's Aurora, the legendary accessory from Living World Season 3, there's this one collection for this thing that you have to get these Mersat tokens. And these tokens, just think of it like little coins, and there's like 50 of them all over Ember Bay. It's annoying. It's not difficult, but it's a tedious task. And you'll pull up a guide video or something, like I think I used Dolphy or something like that, and you go around and you pick up all these coins. For some reason, in a patch in the last couple months, some rocks became in the way. Like, imagine, like, the coin is in a cave, and then there's that big rock outside, like the coin is Jesus or something, and it's keeping it sealed in until Easter. I don't know. And players couldn't reach it unless they hired a mesmer to basically, like, you know, clip through the world and make a portal in there to get those last 2 coins. So there was a bunch of people that could not finish Aurora recently because of this weird situation. I don't know what caused it in the first place. I hope those are the only coins that need fixing, because I know there was a couple. All right. Items. Fixed an issue that prevented some legendary armor pieces from becoming invisible under the effect of thief stealth skills like Shadow Refuge. This was kind of funny. Imagine a thief goes invisible, but the glowy bits of his armor keep showing, so you see like a shoulder pad moving around. So yeah, they needed to fix that. You shouldn't have your invisibility punished because you got nice armor. Updated communal boost bonfire with the following changes. The spawn radius of the wood has been reduced. Players can now place communal boost bonfire, select its boost, and interact with it, even if they are already under the effect of the same one of its boosts. For anyone who doesn't know what this is, it's a consumable item that you can get from doing various things, and it builds a fire in front of you, and logs spawn all around it. And, you know, players can help you pick up the logs and throw them on the fire. And once they're all thrown on the fire, it's a little team building exercise. You can pick a buff, and then everyone who clicks on the fire gets that buff, such as like bonus to karma gain and things like that. A locked bonfire status will now apply to the communal boost bonfires for the first 2 minutes after they are placed, and only the owner will be able to select a boost during that period. When it expires, it will be replaced by a public bonfire status, and any player can select a boost if one has not already been selected. Players can now interact with a communal boost bonfire multiple times to refresh the boost up to a maximum of 60 minutes. The boost will not be refreshed if the maximum time limit has already been reached. So just spam click your bonfire. Structured PvP. Okay, so this is some of the changes that we discussed in a previous one of my videos. If you watched my videos last week, one of them was we were covering a live stream that they did with a lot of proposed PvP changes. These are the changes that made it through. This might be everything from that stream, or it might be some of it. Automated tournament updates. The frequency of daily automated tournaments has been reduced from 8 to 4 per day. All EU server tournaments will occur during their standard primetime player activity period. On North American servers, 3 tournaments will occur during NA's standard primetime player activity period, and 1 tournament is timed to occur during Oceanic, that's OCX, prime time. A newly weekly automated tournament has been added. This tournament happens every Sunday at the following regional times, and here's just a picture. A new monthly variety automated tournament will happen every second Saturday of each month at noon Pacific time. This tournament will alternate between 2v2 and 3v3 modes. Tournament of Legends will occur every 6 months on the 3rd Saturday of each month at noon Pacific. That's UTC -7. All right. Noxxi, hello, thank you for the raid, Noxxi, appreciate you. Structured PvP titles. The Champion Brawler title is awarded for winning 10,000 rated arena games and is now colored pink. Added a new colored tournament title, Champion of Champions, for consistent high placement in the Cormier's Clash monthly automated tournament. Players accrue points by placing in the top 4 teams. First place awards 30 points, second place 15, and third and fourth place 10 points. The title is earned upon reaching 120 points. Real quick, because I didn't do it in this specific video, for anyone who is interested, what's going on? Oh, now there's the raid alert. Thank you. If you are interested in automated tournaments, you just click on the cross swords up here for PvP, and there is many tabs over here on the left-hand side, and one of them is tournaments. And you can see all the ones coming up. And just like the name suggests, they are automated. You join in. These are very popular to do in the middle of the night because there is gold cash, prizes up until 16th place. So, for example, if you join a tournament at like 3 in the morning and there's only 8 teams, well, everyone is going to be 8th place or higher. So it's really easy to get the good rewards, even if you like only beat one team and then lose to the other 7. It's not a big deal. So, you know, that's how to do this if you're interested in doing this kind of stuff and you've just never done it before and you didn't know where to look. Jin's Dominion objective update, 5,700 games. Yeah, I've played a lot of games. It's just like it's just, I don't like it currently. I've played quite a few. Jin's Dominion objective update. The lamp map objective has received several, I just realized the text is going slightly off the screen up here. Let me see if I can fix that. All right, that's better. All right, Jin's Dominion map. The lamp objective has received several updates. The objective now requires channeling rather than being awarded by standing in the circle. The special action button is no longer granted to the whole team, only the player who channels the lamp. Leaving the lamp now causes subsequent uses to apply weakened soul for longer duration. The maximum penalty lasts for 30 seconds, refreshing when you enter or exit the lamp. The reason is they do not want you to just go in and out of the lamp juking people repeatedly. If you go in or out, it's a doorway with a cooldown. Special action keys have been updated. And now they mentioned this during the live stream, but because now it gives the special action key to the whole team and not just to, or I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Because it now gives it to one person and not just the whole team, then they have been able to buff it and make it stronger. So the special action key will be one of these. Giant Meteor, no longer a ground target, is now unblockable and requires a targeted enemy. So you dodge it. The meteor will be attached to the target upon casting. So similar functionality to how Dragon's Tooth works after its rework. Disenchantment Field has been replaced by Waters of Life, a ground-targeted AoE that revives allies and finishes downed enemies within its radius. Finishes downed enemies? Waters of Death, more like it. Waxing Doom has been replaced with Starfall, which damages and launches enemies in a radius around the player. Using Starfall on an enemy capture point will instantly neutralize it. I hope it looks like Warcraft 3's Starfall, because I always thought that spell was beautiful. Fixed an issue that prevented jumping players from being counted as present in the market, which is the middle capture circle. I never knew about that one. That's funny. No mention of them fixing the background music for that map. That's the only PvP map with no music. World v World. General. This update focuses on changes in some aspects of World v World scoring, as well as some siege updates and various World v World quality of life improvements. These next few changes are part of an ongoing effort to make scoring feel healthier and make fighting for structures feel more valuable. We will monitor the impacts of these changes and adjust as needed to maintain healthy scoring as play patterns evolve. The victory point values from skirmishes will now be weighted based on player activity during the skirmish. The war score awarded for capturing objectives has been increased and will additionally increase based on the objective's tier when it's captured. The war score awarded for defeating an enemy player in World vs. World is increasing from 2 to 3. So get your murder on. These changes are focused on making gameplay in and around sieging structures feel healthier, paying particular attention to the tools the defenders have available. We continue to strive to make both attacking and defending feel good for players. Objective contesting conditions are changing. Objectives will now become contested if the Lord is put into combat or if a gate or wall is damaged below 98% health. So, the big thing there is if you run up to a gate that's 100% health and you hit it one time and it goes to 99, it's not going to suddenly say contested on the map and be blaring sirens. Which was honestly kind of funny to do, but it makes sense. They want you to have to put in a modicum of effort in order to have the thing say contested on the map. The emergency waypoint tactic now spawns 3 waypoints in various locations near the Lord's Room in Stone Mist Castle and the Keeps. So the idea there is if one of them is swarmed with players, you could be like, everyone go to the north waypoint or everyone go to the west one. I believe they said during the broadcast last week that all the waypoints still have the same name, so like they'll all be named Stone Mist. But if you link one in chat, like everyone port here, link, then it will be the correct link. So that's what we got right now. Or you just say like go to the north one, go to the east one, whatever. Let's see, alacrity can no longer be applied to players using siege equipment and will be removed from players when activating siege equipment. This one is simple. They don't want you using alacrity to make catapults shoot faster. They don't want more rocks per rock. Boons other than swiftness can no longer be applied to siege golems. Again, they don't want you like giving quickness to a golem so it punches faster or something. Flame Ram health has been lowered by 50%, but Iron Hide will be applied to Flame Rams when they're operated. What does this mean? This means that when you're in the Flame Ram, it should be about as durable as before. But if you're not in the Flame Ram, it should no longer take an hour for people to kill the dang thing. That is their hope with this change. We will see if they did the math well. Guild Siege Golem supply cost increased from 50 to 75. Arrow Cart, Superior Arrow Cart, Trebuchet, and Superior Trebuchet cost has been reduced dramatically, and there is the numbers right there. Really looking at that Arrow Cart, Superior Arrow Cart going from 50 to 35, that's going to mean a lot more Arrow Carts. Arrow Cart's my favorite one. Rewards. Added a new Corrupted Hero weapon set to World vs. World. Exotic versions of the weapons have been added to the Misthardened lockbox. Ascended versions of the weapons can be acquired from a new Mystic Forge recipe utilizing rare hero weapons, which are required from the hero weapon reward track. And lastly, added varietal seeds to herb sympathizers. You sympathizing with the herbs? Forget salads. No, varietal seeds are used for making ascended food. It is a task that people that do ascended food cooking, like if you're in a raid group and you didn't know this and that you're even eating the ascended feast, the one guy there's been spoiling you. It is a tedious task that you do every day in order to make ascended food. And now there is a chance that varietal seeds will just pop from the herb synthesizers in World v World, which is pretty neat. You know, occasionally you just find a Happy Meal in there. So that's something that you'll absolutely be able to sell in the trading post if you're not a chef. That is a pretty cool thing. I think it's neat. Just like when they did the convergences and they added a chance for the supreme runes of holding to drop from convergences, I think that was a good change, because just on occasion, so you got that little bit of hope that really exciting drop is going to happen, and it would happen from time to time. It's pretty cool. That's it. I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure that they didn't add anything new. There's a couple of confused and sad emotes down here. That is it. That is it for the day. So some PvP changes, some stuff against AFK farmers, and a few quality of life things. Someone said there's some new stuff in the shop I should show off. Okay. All right. I haven't restarted my game yet. I don't know if I'm going to see it yet. So, okay. Hold on. So we'll just pull the patch notes back up here for just a second. I will restart my game and see if I can showcase the new things. Yes. I have to run my Guild Wars 2 as an administrator so that my add-ons work. Okay. It is downloading the patch. And looking at a picture of Zoja. She's not going to be on the patcher anymore after Janthier comes out. Okay, logging into the game. There's a flashbang. Is PvP Rush live? Not sure yet. I'm logging back in. 4 wins should be next week. Option to buy more than one Blackline key at a time appears to have been removed as well. The option to buy more than one Blackline key? What? They would sell those things in like packs. Hold on, I'm going to check that. I'm going to check that. Alright, it's loading into the game. Bear greater than Zoja. I think a bear would win in a one-on-one fight unless Zoja gets prep time. Alright, here we go. Opening up the gem star. Alright, File Slinger outfit. Oh my god. Alright, I don't know whose hair that is, because my character's bald, so that means this comes with a wig. But very steampunk. Apologies. It has been pointed out to me that the patch notes are still on screen. It has been fixed. So, here we go. It comes with somebody's hair. I don't know whose. And I like it, though. I like it. It's very Boost Goose. Yeah, the top hat, the goggles, swath hair. Dude, there's like vials on the gloves also, and on like a satchel on the belt, and on your hip, and on your belt. There's a lot of vials. Vials? Vials. What is this? File Slinger Manticore. Also has files back here. Very interesting. Manticore. Oh yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, don't manticores usually have like a scorpion tail in mythology? And then I saw there is sort of some stingers back there on the tail. That's pretty good. Like cleft hoofs over here. This is an interesting creature. It's like kind of just bland colors, and then there's like all this detail back here on like the saddle and stuff. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. All right, someone said something about keys. Hold on. Blackline key. Gift. Wow. Yeah. That's, wow. So usually you can buy keys either 1 at a time, 5 at a time, or 10 at a time. So like, let's say, I frequently do giveaways. And so sometimes people be like, I'm like, hey, you've won $20 worth of whatever you want. What do you want? And they'll be like, I just want keys. And so I'll be like, 10 key. It might be like, 27 keys or something. So I'm like 10, 10, 5, 1, 1. And it's annoying, but this is even worse. This is even worse. Like, I wish you could just like choose how many you want to buy, and then that's it. I was 25. Yeah. So that's odd. That's odd. It was 1/5/25. Okay, 1/5/25. All right. Let's see. Let's check the other usual stuff that frequently changes. Chromatic Assassin was already there. That's the stuff that looks like it's Razor RGB. Let's check Black Lion Chest and see if those have changed at all. And let's see. Etherbound stuff. Neon Demon, I believe, was there before. And Divine Radiant Sword. I don't remember if this was here. If this wasn't here, this is the Divine Radiant Sword. It's got a solid hilt, but a blade made of light, it looks like. Which kind of makes me think of Hollowsmiths. There you go. I don't know if that was already there or not. So there's a picture of that. And you can choose if you want it for yourself. Okay. I think that's it. That's all the changes I know of that were added to the game today. That's all the news I've got. If you've got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or want to point out anything I missed, put it in the comment section down below, and I will fight you there. There we go, chat. That's the news. Easy. Easy job. How dare they add a cool sword but don't let me buy keys, right? That is very strange. That is very strange. You know what? I'll message them. Now, granted, they might not read my message, but I will message them. Oh, you know what? It looks like it's already been reported by another partner. So, okay, it's done. So it's what is within our power as ANET partners has been done. A partner has already reported the key thing. The larger packs of keys are discounted. Is it because they want keys to have a single gem cost? I do not know. I do not know. I will say if you make it tedious, people will do it less. And it's weird because they're not being greedy correctly. They're supposed to be a big corporation, and they're letting me down. They're supposed to be greedy and have like keys and packs of 99, and they're doing it all wrong. They're doing it all wrong. They're not supposed to make it harder for me to throw my money away. Okay, hold on. Someone said look at their Twitter. All right, Guild Wars 2. Boop. Okay. Let's see. Impress your friends with alchemical feats while riding your loyal manticore, or entertain the crowd with flashy vials full of whimsy. It said entertain the crowd. I thought there was going to be an emote where they were juggling the vials or something. Oh, there's the new sword. I like how you hear the sound of your money falling into their pocket there at the end of the clip. Nick and Norn, why did you make the experience of buying Blackline keys absolutely horrible now? Okay. Was there anything else about it? You can get a hat that makes it look like Oreen has an overbite on your head. Okay. I actually thought, because you told me to check their Twitter, I thought that you were going to say, oh, they've already tweeted about the keys. It's okay. Yeah, I could put it on blast too. Let me see. Let me see. I need a picture. Otherwise the tweet doesn't work. Let me take a screenshot. Okay, let's see. Boop. All right. Before today's patch, you could purchase BL keys with in-game gold or $2 gems for in packs of 1, 5, or 25. Please correct me if I'm wrong before I send this. In packs of 1, 5, or 25. This was already slightly tedious if you were trying to gift someone 23 keys or something. But now you can only buy or gift them one at a time. Is this intended at Guild Wars 2? Okay. This pack of 10, that looks nice. Can you check if they remove buying stuff in stacks in general? Buying stuff in stacks in general. What's something else that you could buy in bulk on the gem store? I don't even know. But like a booster or something? Hang on. Die. No, you could still buy these in 5 and 25. Revive Orb. Revive Orb you could buy single or 5. So it's just keys. I mean, at the very least, it's mainly keys. Okay, before today patch, you could purchase BL keys with in-game gold or $2 gems packs 1, 5, or 25. This is already slightly tedious if you're trying to give someone 23 keys or something. But now you can only buy or give them one at a time. Is this intended Guild Wars 2? Okay, sent. I have done what is within my power without being a jerk about it because I don't want to lose my partnership to point out the issue. Yeah, there was actually a while back that I was ranting about something on stream one day because I was doing a giveaway. So for those that don't know, every time I do a sponsored stream, which some months I have none, some months I am lucky and I get like 3, I do giveaways. I take a cut of what I'm making that day, like because I'll be getting paid to play a video game. I'll take a cut of it and then I'll do giveaways. So I'll be like, hey guys, sit with me through the sponsored stream. The sponsor's happy because I have more viewers that day and I'll be giving away money at the end. And everybody wins. And so let's say I'm like, Billy, you won $20. I can give you a Steam gift card or anything you want from the gem store. And Billy's like, I want Blackline keys. And I do the math and $20 will be some weird number of keys, like 23 keys or 27 keys. So I've got to buy like, this pack, then this pack, and then a single, and then a single, and then a single. And I always have to do that, and it's tedious. And there's a bunch of little issues with the gem store. And I was ranting about it one day, and someone in my chat was apparently an ANET developer that I had never talked to. And they're like, please contact your partner manager and tell them all this, because this should get passed along. I was like, okay. So I contacted my partner manager, and I was like, hey, so because of this habit of mine, where whenever I do a sponsored stream, I take a cut of the money and I do giveaways, I have thousands of dollars of experience using the in-game store. It's awful. I was like, you make it very difficult to give you money, and that shouldn't be the case. I don't think anyone wants that to be the case. I don't think you want your customers to struggle with this. And so I send them a page-long list of all the problems with the gem store. For example, guys, let's say you're trying to gift your friend something, If they're offline, you have to use their account name. If you use their character name, the gift will not reach them. If they're online, you have to use the character name of the character they're currently logged into. If you use their account name to send the gift, it will not reach them. That alone should be like red alert. But it's been that way for years. If they're offline, you have to send it to their account. If they're online, you have to send it to their specific character they're currently logged into. All right? So that alone is huge. And then additionally, there's the, like, if you want to send 23 keys, you have to do 10, and then 10, and then 1, and then 1, and then 1, or whatever. So you have to do, like, that crap a lot. And there's a lot of, like, weird little issues with it. Now, if you just use the gem store one time ever to buy, like, one expanded, you know, copper salvage-o-matic or something, you're never going to notice these problems. But the way it's set up right now, the more of a, I don't know, whale or a supporter you are, the worse of an experience it is. No company wants that. No company wants the suckers and the saps that spend all the money supporting them and keeping their company afloat to have the worst UI experience. No one should want that. So yeah, I sent them this huge list. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I tried. For the one who asked about PvP Rush, yes, it's active. I'm still confused by 23 and not 20 or 25. Why is that a specific number? So, okay, so the reason is when I am gifting stuff out, it depends on how much I make that day. Let's say, for example, I'm like, guys, I have got $80 set aside for chat. I'm going to do 4 winners of $20. And then on that day, let's say there's a sale, and $20 is like 26 keys, you know? And it's just, it works out like that, right? Because I'll be giving out like a set amount of money, and that amount of money translates to a weird number of keys, and then it goes downhill from there. That's it. That's what I do. So, and then, you know, some days it might be like 125. So I do 5 winners of 25 or something like that. Literally, when you set up a website store for purchase, you figure out how to make it as easy as possible. That's what I would think too, yeah. And I'm not a developer. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, developing easy. I'm not that stupid. I'm just saying that you would think that, you know, over all the years that this would be something they would prioritize pretty highly.
The most critical issue in my eyes, I don't know if they have fixed or not, is the fact that you can get very easily double charged if you hit send on a gift too fast and it just buys the thing twice because it doesn't block the UI while the transaction is working.
That has happened to me, and that was on my list. Fortunately, that one is not nearly as common of an issue, but that has happened to me. And dude, I think I talked to the only customer support person at ArenaNet that was like not good the day that happened. Hey, Chip. Hi. What's up? No? I tried to scoop him up. He's like, no, I don't want to be picked up right now. He's using his scratching post, which is to my left right now. Yeah, so if you, for example, if I'm like, yo, I want to send someone this outfit, and I click this, and then I click this, and I hit complete purchase, and then nothing happens. And I'm like, did I click it? And I click it again, and then boom, it charges me twice. That has happened to me. I now know from all my experience, if I think I hit it and nothing happens, to close it, reopen it, go to history, and see if it's sent before I do anything. Did you get refunded? I did. So on that particular day, first of all, I want to preface this by saying the Guild Wars 2 people you talk to when you open tickets have almost always been awesome, from both to me and I know people that bought like an expansion and the next day it went on sale and they contacted support and they're like, I just bought this and it went on sale the next day, and support was like, let us give you back the difference. They didn't have to do that. They're usually absolute gems, okay? However, on that particular day, when I got double charged, I opened a ticket and I was like, hey, someone won a giveaway. I was trying to send them this mount skin they wanted, and I got double charged. I sent them 2. They can't even use the second one. Can we get the second one refunded, please? It was just an accident with the UI. The store was lagging and it charged me twice. You know, I wasn't a pill about it or anything. And they were like, yeah, have them delete the second one and then let me know when. And I did it. And I'm like, okay, it's done. And they're like, okay, all right, now I'm going to do this once. but this is a one-time thing, okay? So, you know, and I was just like, wait, what? And they were like, you know, so you need to be more careful in the future. I'm like, what do you mean? This is your store breaking. What do you mean I need to be more careful in the future? Like, oh, I'll go out and do this for you once. So yeah, I remember that day just being like, what? Wait, when they said that. But yeah, fortunately, that's the only time I've talked to someone like that acted that way. But yeah, I did get the refund that one time, and then I learned to be way more careful. Billy didn't want to do paperwork. Yeah, freaking Revenant mains. Do you ever plan on releasing the Guild Wars 2 bug video? I've just been so busy with other projects, I haven't gotten to it yet. Can confirm I didn't open many tickets. All have been solved with good time frames to top result. Yeah, I mean, even that one was solved quickly, but that was the only one where they gave me like some snarkiness while solving it. You need to be more careful. Yep. They always tell me we will do it once. They've done it 5 times. At Muck, I had a big dum-dum before, and I bought one of the supply board thingies for the home instance that was also going to be in one of the supply drops. They refunded me within 20 minutes. Yeah, the few times I've had issues, they've been awesome. There was just like that one time that I got some sass, but they still fixed it. How long is the bugs list so far? I don't have it open right now. Why have them delete them out and have them keep it as a funny trophy since they can't use it anyway? That reminds me of the day that like 2 or 3 people were trolling and they all sent me some like squid fishing pole at the same time. And I was like, guys, I don't fish in this game. Much less do I need skins for fish. I'm like, please save your money. Stop. And then they just kept this thing. They kept like a bunch of people sent me this. It's some weird meme. And I've never used it a single time. Is Guild Wars Tuesday and Chill similar to Netflix and Chill? That is correct. I am not wearing pants. Oh, man, it's getting hot in here. I need to turn my fan. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Okay, now I can adjust my fan. All right. It's getting too hot here. There we go. Okay, much better. Much better. All right. Wizard Dennis is now just a sensor bar. It's getting hot. Time to turn on the fans. Yep, just my only fan. My only fan right there. Hey, Muck, could you clone yourself for other gaming communities? There are too many toxic streamers. I can be toxic. I mean, freaking thieves. I hate them. Muck, it's my B-Day. I want to spend my birthday dosh on Janthier Wilds. The partner link below work, even though it says PF Hot. Yes, I will. Hold on a sec. I'll put it in the chat. So, first of all, thank you. That is a huge help. That link right there in the chat, if you use that, it opens the Guild Wars 2 online store. If you buy any of their games after you have used that link to go to their store, it supports this channel, as long as you don't have like a cookie blocker or something. Have you watched the Warhammer 3 drama days? No? Y'all have got me addicted to Total War Warhammer 3. I haven't watched whatever you just said. Muck is super toxic. I have my days. I do like dots. Why? What? I can't. You're wasting money. Why? It makes me. I'm a dad. It makes me mad. You're wasting money. Stop. This doesn't. It doesn't do anything. All right, now I've got like 4 of these. All right. It's on sale. Yeah, but you're buying something. Okay, look. All right, buying something that you need when it's on sale saves you money. Buying something you don't need when it's on sale is still a loss of money. Do you understand that? You're the kind of spouse that you don't send shopping. Oh, yeah, honey, I got friggin' ginger snaps. They were 50% off. No one in this house likes ginger snaps, but they were half off. Yeah, but if you didn't buy them, they would have been 100% off. The latest Warhammer 3 dev video is quite interesting. They're putting focus on Immortal Empires from now on. Well, from what I've experienced in my few months of playing it, everybody loves Immortal Empires. Might as well burn the money instead of sending fish stuff. I'm like, yes. Like, they used your link to buy that thing already. It supports you. Yes. Just as a reminder, that link is for the standalone client. I do not have a referral link for Steam. Wish I did, but I don't. You have ginger snaps up for grabs. No. You know, real talk, my wife usually, she goes to Costco. they've got these boxes of like cookies that they sell that were just like, you know, freshly baked there. And like there's 3 rows and each cookie is like this big, but there's 3 rows of cookies and one of them is oatmeal raisin. That's me. That's my favorite. Those are mine. The next one is chocolate chip. That's boy. Now, honestly, anyone in this house will eat chocolate chip, but that's boy's favorite, so those are his. And the last one is white chocolate chip. And my wife, being the ever-sacrificing woman she is, she's like, I'm fine with these. And so she eats those. But yeah, so everybody has a section in our household that they get of those boxes. ANET needs to let Steam have all the same things as standalone. I wish. If you guys are really in need to expend your money, this is my ID. Yeah, send Flavio the squid fishy poles. I don't need more of these things. You too, I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I have 2 types of, yeah, I did the fan thing earlier as a joke and now I'm getting cold. Hang on. I have 2 favorites for cookies and these are separate. Oatmeal raisin cookies, I love them, especially freshly baked. Peanut butter cookies. The peanut butter cookies. And if they've got the little lines drawn on the top, that makes them taste better. I don't know why. Yeah, they push the fork in. Like, the peanut butter cookies are great. Dude, the peanut butter cookies from the Girl Scouts, I will fight for. Those are amazing. Those are amazing. I thought I saw oatmeal chocolate chip. No. It's like, no, those are separate. Chocolate chip is fine. Oatmeal raisin is godly. You don't mix them. You don't mix them. Peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies are so good. Hold on. Peanut butter cookies. Show me a good picture of peanut butter cookies. Yes. Peanut butter cookies. And then there's the Girl Scout ones. Hold on. What are they? Is it Do-si-dos? I can never remember their names. I think it's these things. Like they look like this. Yeah, these things are cracked out. These things are amazing. My second favorite for the Girl Scout cookies is Thin Mints. Mailing you cookies right now. Do it! Exclamation, you know, my P.O. box is exclamation mail. Send them. Dude, I had someone, was it Aralozen, who sent me the ketchup flavored chips from Canada?
Their Windshark gifted a tier 1 sub to Fishing. They have given 145 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Windshark. Appreciate you. Welcome. I had like 3 10th birthday gifts laying around. Why didn't you tell me I got a birthday cake from that? Why didn't you open your present? Why can't I buy more than 1 key? It's weird. I have reported that bug. I don't know why it's like that right now. What's the chocolate covered peanut butter cookie they have? I don't know. The only mixture of chocolate and peanut butter that I will jump for is Reese's. I don't know of any chocolate / peanut butter cookies that I'm like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for. It's too early to talk about Girl Scout cookies. Fall product with our candies will be soon enough. I only know that they sent the Mexican Coke, the bottled variant that didn't really taste good. Yeah, that did happen. And then Guild MM mailed me freaking water. That's a freaking weirdo. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen it, Guild MM once, he mailed me, what was it, like Dasani or something? It was some kind of special water. And he was like, now this is water, you drink crap. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And I drank it and I was like, oh. And he's like, is it good? I'm like, no, it's the same thing. It's freaking water. He got so mad because he's, I don't know how much money he sent me a case of this stuff. Like we put it in the fridge and we were just having bottled waters for the next month. I was like, thanks for the free water, I guess. But no, it tastes exactly the same. Ruby responded to a thread about the keys on the forum. Oh, right on. Good. Let's see. Where is it? Guild Wars 2 forums. Do you have a link? I'm looking for it right now. If you have a link, that'd be faster. Where's the dev tracker? Thank you. All right, here we go. It says, sorry about that. We are aware and are working on getting that fixed. Not intended. Okay. So, forum response. Crisis averted. All right. There we go. Might be measured to protect people with compulsory spending or gambling issues. I mean, I don't think that all stores need to be more difficult to use because some people have compulsory spending or gambling issues. I've actually got a friend who there was 1 month. This was back when Hearthstone was really big. 1 month, at the end of the month, he looked at his credit card statement and he realized he had spent like $500 on Hearthstone that month. Like, not all at once, just like over time. And at the end, he was like, my wife is going to kill me. And so what he had to start doing, chat, because he had no self-control. And I asked him years later, just recently, if he still does this, and he said yes. He freezes his freaking credit card. He literally puts his credit card that he uses for buying like wants in a glass of water and sticks it in the freezer. So if he needs it for something, he has to thaw it out. And it's such a chore that it makes him not buy stupid stuff.
We're here to serve.
That sounds like incredibly silly to me, but it apparently works for him. That's how he controls himself. He's a grown man. I thought freeze from the bank or the app. No, he's physically freezing the card in his freezer. He's putting it in a block of ice every time he's done using it. Don't use credit. Well, apparently he has enough self-control to have all of the wants on that card, but he didn't have enough self-control to not use that card. How does he not remember the numbers? I don't know. I don't know. Muck mail. Do not be more fishing poles. 1 key. Giveaways will be fun 1 key at a time. Yeah, they will. They will be fantastic. Thank you for the 1 key. You should use credit for points of better fraud protection. In Path of Exile, you can DM the devs. They will take the ability to buy loot boxes from your account. Interesting. I don't even... So, Path of Exile, most people, myself included, think that Path of Exile does monetization pretty well. I don't even know what loot boxes you're talking about. I have spent, in the thousands of hours of PoE I've played, I've spent like 30 bucks maybe. And it was like buying some cool skins for spells that I was using a lot. You know, like I made my skeletons look like walking statues or something like that. I don't even know the loot box you mean. Thank God I don't value skins anymore. Spending money on microtransactions gives me dopamine anymore. Sometimes if I see something I want, I'll just buy it with gold these days. Like the fluffy sky skill. Or the plushy one. When I saw that, I bought that with gold in like 5 seconds. This guy. But I haven't spent dollars to get something for myself in years. Like when I first got this game, I bought, you know, like later on, I got like a Copperfed Salvage-O-Matic. I got the Infinite Gathering Tools, stuff like that. So I've maybe spent $50 to $100 on this game for myself in the 6 years I have played it in like 8,000 hours, which 50 to 100 bucks for 8,000 hours is a pretty great deal. But if you're also counting the money I've spent on giveaways as a content creator for other people, I've spent thousands of dollars in this game's store, and they should totally listen to me. You didn't bought stashes? I might have bought one early on, but I know most of them I bought with gold. Like, most of the stuff I've got on my account, I bought with gold and not dollars.
The Necropolis...
Hold on, what is this? Necropolis Mystery Box?
This mystery box contains many microtransactions, each with several variations. As always, these microtransactions are purely cosmetic and do not affect gameplay. You have an equal chance of opening each type of microtransaction from a mystery box, but some individual
The backpack is just a kidnapped crab.
variations can be rarer than others. You will not receive duplicate copies of any variations you already have. A cluster of skittering crabs burst from powerful enemies you kill with the crustacean body armor and march alongside you. There's also a matching set of
I'm just thinking of the crab dance.
boots, gloves, and 2 helmets. Carry a pinchy pal on your back with the crustacean back attachment. When you pick up a unique item, a crab emerges from the depths below and yoinks the item from your grasp.
Rude.
The Commander armor set provides you with abilities to raise your own demon army. Each armor piece provides an ability to summon a different demon.
I mean,
And
you
there is
said they were
also a back
cosmetic. Do they
attachment
just follow
available
you and
in
get in
the
the way?
same theme. The Maven's back attachment expands the more endurance, frenzy, or power charges you have, with the orbs activating when you gain charges. There's also a variant that reflects all 3 charge types. A ghastly gargoyle holds open your portals with the gargoyle portal effect.
All right, I get the idea. I didn't know they had these, and I don't hate them for it. It's they're very upfront with it. You know, it was like, hey, these are microtransactions. They're purely cosmetic. They don't affect gameplay. Also, you don't get dupes. That's awesome. You know dupes. That's interesting. I did not know they did that because again, the few times I've looked for something, I just went to exactly that thing on the store, got it, and left. That looks like a string of Wish red lights that just don't flow like the ad shows. I guess it depends on the price for a loot box. Monk, we have Saris. We have Saris at home. Saris at home is the giant crab backpack. How is that less scary than arachnophobia? So the thing with a phobia is it's not logical, right? You know, like, it's not always logical. Like, even if they see a tiny spider that is not venomous and it cannot possibly pose any danger to them, and it's 3 feet away, they might jump and scream. That's arachnophobia. Even if logically they know that thing cannot harm them in any way, shape, or form, their mind fills with fear. But when they see crab, no fear, I guess. Crab is happy day. We love seeing crabs. I don't know. All spiders are venomous? That's not true. That's not true. Hold on. Google, are all spiders venomous? Let's see. Almost, with the exception of 2 families that lack venom glands. Nope. Not all venomous. Speaking of crab, when will you play Crab Souls? Maybe that should be our next game. What is it? I know people call it Crab Souls. Is that its actual name? What is the actual name? It's Another Crab's Treasure. I would be totally fine playing that. I've been banging my head against a lot of tough stuff recently. Hold on. Another Crab. It's on sale. Oh, it's 20% off. $23.99.
Go get that treasure there, John.
Hold on a sec. Alright, so this is Crab Souls. Overwhelmingly positive.
I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
I'm gonna find that treasure! Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention the crazy murderous crabs outside trying to...
Begone, little hermit. I tire of you.
Yes, ma'am!
Cross the polluted ocean.
Proud of what you've done.
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back!
That treasure's as good as mine.
Overwhelmingly positive. This game is phenomenal. First action. Sheldon Ring. Who needs to do Elden Ring DLC when you can play Hermit Crab committing tax evasion? It's like Sekiro, but wetter. Game for the funny, teared up with a lovely story. This game is so good. Crap. It's like Sekiro, but wetter. I could be convinced. Similar to games you've played. Yeah, I could be convinced. Next time Mux Kid asks for something, be gone, little hermit, I tire of you. Do you know in South Africa people have... Wait, what? I'm not reading the rest of that. That's gross. In Finland, we have 1 venomous spider. It poses no threat to human. The most commonly... Hold on a sec. Let me see. Harvestman spiders have no venom of any kind. Okay, yeah. There's a spider that is common where I'm at, and I was looking it up to see if it was venomous, and it's apparently its scientific name is Harvestman, and they have no venom of any kind. Because, like, these things, like, anybody around here, if they see one, like, let's say they put on a jacket, and let's say it's on the sleeve, most people will be like, oh, and they'll just grab it by the leg and freaking fling that thing, and then wash their hands at the next opportunity. Like, there's no hesitation. Like, there's no fear of these things at all. And I was looking it up, and no, they're not venomous. Even if a spider's not venomous, it can kill you. They drag their fangs along the ground picking up bacteria. I know this is what nearly killed me. I mean, yeah, bacteria, disease, germs, all that is a thing. But that, sure. I vote for Disco Elysium. Well, I spent my time in NY, I have to deal with brown recluses. Okay, I know brown recluse is dangerous, sure. I mean, I also saw a story online once about someone who was like, he flew to Australia, which, you know, everything's trying to kill you there. And then he was flying back, and he sat on a toilet in a bathroom, and there was a spider on, like, the underside of the lid, and it, like, bit his butt. And then he ended up having to get both legs and both arms amputated because his limbs died. So that country will never see me. that country will never see me. Not going there. Once encountered a spider that had biceps for days. Biceps for days. Yay, reading the notes. Ain't as tackling AFK farmers. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. We need to cut out the video for YouTube. Hang on. When binding of Isaac. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Would you prefer a spider bite or a chip bite? Chip's not venomous. He's already bit me many times. If your mom watches my YouTube channel, say hi to your mom. Here we go. Okay. Hello. Right, there's that. Yeah. So that's odd. That's odd. It was 1.525. Okay, 1.525. And you can choose if you want it for yourself. Missed. Put it in the comment section down below, and I will fight you there. All right, there we go. All right. Yours to nose 7, 16, 24. Okay. So there's that. And then I got to make a thumbnail. The worst part of this. Got to make a thumbnail. Can't wait for the thumbnail. I can. Hi. What's this? Oh, thank you. Hot. My wife has brought me lunch. All right. Thumbnail template. I'm opening GIMP. Of your wife. She is wonderful. Last night she made taco meat, and she seasoned it for tacos, and then she put in a type of macaroni and cheese, and so now I don't know what to call this dish, but it's like, oh, hold on a sec. Bleh. It's like mac and cheese with taco meat. It's good though. We haven't had it before in our house. All right. Let's see. Nope, that is the wrong thing. Close that. She came back. She calls it Taco Mac. She creeping. Okay. Chili Mac? No, it's not Chili Mac. She called it Taco Mac. All right. Let's see. What is the main point of AFK farmers? Hold on. Yours to AFK farmers. Let me see. I googled yours to AFK farmers, and this is the first thing that came up. See, copy image. We're gonna use this for the thumbnail, chat. Let's see. Shrink that down a bit, and do that. All right. Boop boop.
Have a screenshot of Dracula smacking your character, but put in Dennis' head on your guy.
That's for the other thing. That's for the video of Dracula killing me 30 times. Okay. Let's see. Nope, need to change that. All right. And let's see. An end to, now this is a little clickbaity because it's not going to end it. An end to, let's see. GW2 tackles AFK farming. And other news. And I gotta shrink that text down. Be like, boop. Ah, too much. No one can read that. Gotta keep in mind when this gets down to thumbnail size. Like that. 52 times and you left manually like 25 times. Oh. Oh, because you could just zone out of the fight and get a full heal on Dracula and then try it again. Nox, did you beat it on Brutal? I don't remember. Let's see. Chat. I will tell you guys, V Rising is tougher than Elden Ring confirmed. And I will prove it to you. I went to try to fight Melania. You know the whole like let me solo her thing that everybody knows about? I was like, you know what, I'll go try her. And what? She's by the wall and they're bouncing off the wall. Elden Ring is the easiest game I've ever played in my life. Like, all these people like, oh, you didn't do it right because you weren't naked with a stick. No, man, you don't know how to play. You do not know how to play. All right. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I'm gonna do some gradients. Boop, 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 boop. I always pick some like random words and just jazz them up like this. And let's see, duplicate group and then merge that one. Okay. Wow. Should I use the other one? No, that's fine. Okay. Boop. Monkey forgot to unplug your PC for Elden Ring. It's cheating. Yeah, someone asked me if I had some weird, like, add-on installed. I'm like, no, dude, it's just after I fought Consort Radon, the DLC's final boss that is, like, hyper-aggressive, going to Melania with her, like, slow Terminator walking toward you and letting you shoot her 1,000 times. I'm like, this is the easiest thing in the world. Alright. GW2 news 7/16/24. The plot walk, yeah. The thing is, I had her half dead when she was done with her plot walk because I did so much damage. AFK farming getting nerfed means materials getting more expensive. It might. Melania is pretty easy outside of Healing Factor and Waterfowl. Based on what I just showed you, agreed. Agreed. Yeah, phase 1 for me was like 5 seconds, and then I just had to learn how to survive like 10 seconds of phase 2 and she was dead. Okay. Downloading the file. Look at me, no fear showing my downloads folder on stream. Do not care. Alright. And upload video. And it's that one. Bold, yep. Shows I'm not up to any no goods. Alright. No. Alright. Melania, be like Melania, Blade of Mikola, Muck. I already killed Mikola, Melania. Oh! That's a lot of lewd downloads. That is no lewd downloads. Do you remember what level you were when you fought her? Like 200? The main thing that really sucked is when she would swing at you, even if you blocked it, she healed. She had life stealing, even if she hit your shield. Do they boot you if you have the gym store open? Wouldn't that be a funny solution? AFK farming, but you have the gym store open, so they leave you alone? Just copy this one. And then change this. What did I write on the thumbnail? I already forgot. Let's see. Guild Wars 2 tackles AFK farming and PvP changes. Alright, and July 16th. Here we go. Oh, and I gotta put a link to the source. Oh no, did I already close it? Hold on.
The Necropolis mystery box contains...
I opened, I did open previous tabs and I got that Path of Exile video back. Ah, I found it. Alright, we're good. We're good. Alright, plug that into the source. The Necropolis tabs. Yours. Right, July 11th. 29th, 2010th. Are you planning on doing any more solo Mortal Empires campaigns? As long as people are there watching it, I would love to. I would love to do a bunch of them. There are two things that determine whether or not I'm willing to keep streaming something. One, am I having fun? So like, even if you guys all wanted to watch me play Fortnite, I don't enjoy Fortnite. I don't wish to play that. The second thing is, do I have viewers? Because although I love my freaking job, I get to play games for a living, it is a job. I do rely on it to pay my bills. So even if I'm playing something I'm really, really passionate about, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, if no one wants to watch that, I can't keep streaming that. Because the bills don't get paid. Muck, are dungeon rewards a daily thing like Dragonstorm? I do not know. I'm not sure. Bear says I bring food to my wife. I offer to take, usually if like things are going really well in here, I'll offer to take my wife out to eat because she's a much better cook than I am. For example, she enjoys Longhorn Steakhouse, so I take her there sometimes. Mnemonic says, I would watch every minute of Muck into this chat watching anime. Does that count? Oh my gosh. What do you mean you gained so many subs by streaming Roller Coaster Tycoon? Yeah, that was probably a bad example. We would all watch Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would watch every minute of Muck discussing politics. Dude, my wife and I do not agree on politics. Let me tell you the secret to a successful marriage. When you guys have a major disagreement about something that neither of you actually have any control over, such as how the country is run, then you get to the point where you realize you're not going to agree, and then you just go, okay. And you stop talking about it. That's our marriage. We have major disagreements on like political stuff, but you know what? We both realize the other one is not in charge of the country, and we're both okay with that, and then we just move on. Like, it's not worth fighting beyond that point. One is extreme right, one is extreme left. I can't, dude, okay, real talk, I cannot even keep track of what extreme left and extreme right mean because over the last 10 years, it keeps changing. So, when you say left and right, I just like look left and right. I don't really get what you're saying. I can't keep up. I will say that discussing politics is dangerous for a non-political streamer because you can shoot your career in the foot. So usually when people ask who I vote for, I always say the same thing, chat. Palawa Ignatius Joko! I write his name in on the ballot. I have the same relationship with the rest of my family. Love them, but we have a silent agreement on politics. Yeah, and that's good. That's good. I think it's silly when people end friendships or relationships based on political stuff when it's like neither of you are running the country, so it doesn't matter if you guys disagree on how it should be run. In the US, both parties are right-wing. One is just less right-wing. Okay. Wasn't it Jefferson that when he left, he said no political parties? Everyone's like, okay. So I do think it's kind of funny for people to be like, oh, that's not what the Founding Fathers would... I'm like, hey, the Founding Fathers said no political parties, and we got two really big ones. I will say recently there was a thing on Twitter where someone asked Mr. Beast if he'd become the president, and he was like, if they would lower the minimum age requirement to do it, sure. Because he's like 25 or something. And a bunch of people are like, yo, I mean, it's kind of, who would run against the guy who makes videos curing the blind and buying poor people houses? Like, he would win. He would absolutely win.
Hi Muck, loving your videos. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Who's that? Bar Tall Star. Appreciate the tip. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad you enjoy my stuff. Mr. Maddyman says, I've heard the phrase alt-right being bandied all over the media, but I don't even have a clue what it means. Dude, I don't either. I just assume someone holds down the alt key while pressing the right arrow key. I don't know what they're talking about. And it doesn't affect my life at all. That's it. That's all I got for you. I mean, in general, talking politics, like, there's absolutely a few things that I dislike. Gerrymandering? Ever since, or is it gerrymandering or gerrymandering? Where basically, like, one group is going to lose the vote in a state, so they change the shape of all the voting districts so that they win the vote. Like, ever since I learned about that, I completely lost faith in my vote, like, mattering at all. That was such a, like, wake-up moment when I learned about that in high school. I was like, wow, okay. So, like, I hate that. I also hate that we generally will be like, oh, people that are over the age of 70 are, like, losing cognitive function and they cannot be trusted to do important tasks, but for some reason people over the age of 70 are exclusively running our country. Like, we don't trust them to drive to the store to pick up milk, but for some reason they're in charge of, like, everything? You know, so I think that's weird. I think that's strange. Also, I don't think Congress should be able to give themselves raises. I think everyone in Congress needs term limits. Maybe have some rule, like, if there is a negative in our national debt at the end of a term, then no one in Congress is eligible for re-election. I don't know, something like that. Boom. National debt fixed overnight. Sir, you're too old. You're not allowed to drive anymore. Here are the nuclear activation code. Dang it, I almost spilled food out of my mouth. I'm like out here solving problems. I mean, I don't have answers for everything. Like, I don't know, man. I'll tell you what concerns me. I'm more concerned with education and with healthcare than I am with military spending. I think I would be the kind of president that would probably be caught by surprise attack if someone would try to attack me. But until that moment, my citizens would be very, very happy. That would be my fear. You know those pictures that you sometimes see online of, like, someone, like, as a kid standing next to a pothole, and then the same person as an adult standing next to a pothole? I would, if I were president, I'd have a thing like, hey, send us a picture of a damaged road that needs fixing, and we'll send someone out to take care of that. And like that would just be a thing. Because like I hate seeing those. Like, oh yeah, this has been broken in New York for 20 years. I hate that stuff. And then like healthcare, it's different with like where you live. But here, like if I have to call like 911, it's cheap. Like it's cheaper to like order an Uber to take me to the hospital, bleed all over their back seat, and then pay to get their car reupholstered than it is to get an ambulance to take you to the hospital. It's like $10,000. I don't want my kid to be in debt because I had to call 911 one time. Like, when I call the fire department, they don't charge me to put out the fire. I would like that to be the same for healthcare. The pizza delivery guy will get there faster. I remember there was someone who did that during a hurricane. Like, there was someone, this was like, I think it might have been Hurricane Katrina. Someone in Florida. Okay, there was someone in the US who had family in Florida. They couldn't reach them and they didn't know if they were alive. So they ordered a freaking online pizza to be delivered there because they couldn't reach 911 in Florida. And they asked the pizza man to confirm that grandma was okay. And he did. And he confirmed that grandma survived the hurricane and gave her a cheese pizza. Florida, where else? I mean, if you're talking the United States, somewhere got hit by a hurricane, it's freaking Florida. It's almost never not Florida. It's just jetting out there in the middle of the ocean like a just big old dingle-dangle hanging loose, and it's just like surrounded on all sides. Louisiana? No, Louisiana gets splash damage from Florida. Florida's getting hit. Louisiana's just getting AoE'd. People learn if you get a chair on Senate, you can gain money just lifting hands, so they become saves of parties just for that money. Mug, I don't like discussing my political affiliation. Also, Mug, I hate gerrymandering. There should be congressional term limits, and my spending priorities are education to healthcare as well. Val, nowhere in there did I say what parties I support or hate. I just said I hate all the people that meet these things, which are in both parties. I was very careful with my words. Because if I say, guys, I think it's time to tell you guys, I believe in Purple Party. Then suddenly Yellow Party in my chat is like, and I lose half my viewers because I didn't say Yellow Party. Like, right? I was very careful. Okay? I just said these activities and actions I am not a fan of. Right? But if I choose like, you know, one color or the other, or the elephant or the donkey, then the other group is just like, they'll lose their minds. Yellow Party, that's racist. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Purple gang, yes. Hashtag purple gang. We know, yeah. Man's forgotten Katrina. No, I mean, I've been in, I think, 4 hurricanes? I think Elena, Gloria, Andrew, and Katrina. And again, I've said this before, they need to name these things like Hurricane Megatron, because people are not retreating from these things. Balance party win. Let purple guy be our president. I transitioned away quickly. No, it's fine. Why do you hate reddish, orange, or purple hue party? Real question. Who did you side with to protect Amnoon? I don't even remember. I just remember helping that freaking, what's his name? The Asura with like bugs under his skin. I remember helping getting him out of jail. Hurricane Cthulhu. Hurricane Giganuke. Yeah, I'd run from Hurricane Giganuke. Goric, yes. The problem comes when you choose the party that wants to kill all Twitch viewers. It speaks about your personal values. Hurricane Death Salad. Muck is alt purple. Joko be praised. Alt purple. Real ones replay it so they get all the skins. No, I only replayed the full story one time. I only played the full story one time. Typhoon Bram. Yo, I would flee Typhoon Bram. My wife's like, don't you want to bring the firebox? It's we've got time. We've got a day to evacuate. I'm like, run! My brother went neutral because he said he wanted to fight everyone, but that didn't happen. Cabra Hurricane. We'd lose Serenity so fast. Typhoon Bram. She'd be running toward it with puckered lips. She'd be going right in there. Gorik goes to Alona, gets jailed. Gorik goes to Cantha, gets jailed. Yep. I mean, he had it better than Blish. If ANET shut down tomorrow with all their servers, what game would you start streaming instead of Guild Wars 2? I am currently streaming games other than Guild Wars 2 6 days a week. The real painful thing is the almost 200 guides I've made for this game would become irrelevant overnight, and my YouTube views would go... My YouTube income would go into the dumpster because all those videos would just stop. They would just stop getting any momentum at all. He jump ship to SOTOR. I mean, yeah. Yes, every Tuesday would be crying streams. You all are invited. Change the title on the videos. Yeah, SOTOR guide to making money, and then it's just Guild Wars 2 guide, and you're like, what? There's already one undead in the presidential race. No need to bring Joko in to make it a double. Oh my god. Hurricane, your wife knows about your Tinder account. Dude, that reminds me of a joke I saw online that some guy posted. He's like, yo, I was in the back seat of a taxi, and this woman was driving it, and a notification. Okay, chat, I don't know what it sounds like, but apparently there's a special noise when you get a notification on your phone from an app called Grindr. And the lady who was driving the taxi goes, oh, my husband plays that game. Oh no. That's a problem. Is he winning? Yeah, he's got the high score. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, lady, we do co-ops. No. No. He's cheat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he cheats at the game. He's a well-known cheater. Husband's in a different taxi. 1v1 me, bro. I can take him in a fight, right? In a fight, right? Oh, we got here just in time for the Latin music. Ah! I thought I could finish that move before I got knocked back. I was wrong! What? Who rooted me? Release me! It's so weird that when I use the my leap attacks, they go through this thing even when I have it targeted.
It must be weakening. Don't let up.
Got it. Is there another one? Oh, there we go. Mukluk is back to yours too. It's a beautiful day. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday is Guild Wars Tuesday. Unless they shut down the servers, then it's Cry Day. Can't decide what to play. Well, if you mean in Guild Wars 2, there's a lot of options. If you mean out of Guild Wars 2, I can also make some recommendations. I've been hooked on Total War Warhammer 3 lately. I have never played a Total War game before recently, chat, other than like 1 hour of Troy, which I did for like a sponsored stream, but it didn't really stick with me. And then I played this with like all the demons and fantasy and magic and stuff, and I'm like, God dang it, I like this. 200 hours later. What's your referral link for purchasing the Guild Wars 2 X-Pack? Nyron just put it in the chat. That's it right there. If you... Wait, what? I just got credit for the legend. Okay, whatever. If you are using the standalone client, not Steam, you just use that link and then purchase whatever, and it supports this channel. As long as you're not blocking cookies. And I thank you for it. It is a huge help. That worked out well. I needed Jungle Worm for my weekly too. Yeah, I was just doing it because it, you know, just filled time. I didn't expect the suffused obsidian thing. You killed a world boss. Yep. But see, why is this icon still here? It says defeat 3 world bosses in Roteria. It says 3 on there. That's a 3, isn't it? That looks like a 3. Yeah, so it says 3. So shouldn't this icon be gone now? Let's see if people are still doing Drakar. I enjoy the Drakar fight. What's the Blish module that shows event schedules? Hold on. Let me see if I can find its exact name. Events and Metas Observer? It's probably that. Double checking. It's probably events. Wait, chat's saying event table. Did I have one called event table? Oh, yeah, my apologies. There's one right there I have also called event table. So I've got 2 things for events. Event table and events and metas observer. I should update that. Restart Bloodshed. The icons for the Obsidian Tier 2 are very inconsistent, like how the one for the Crypt Assassins vanishes once you leave the map, but still keeps track of how many you collected in the background. Ah, these freaking icons. It is a punishment having them there. Have you played Dead by Daylight? I have not. Isn't that the one where like 4 people are fixing engines and one guy is playing like Freddy Krueger and chasing them around? Or some other serial killer? Yeah. I've seen it. I've never really felt the urge to play it. It didn't really look like my thing, but I'm aware of it. Do you got a second class you play regularly? The classes I play the most are Ranger, Engineer, and Necromancer. The other 6 classes I dabble in rarely. I don't really play them that often. They have Chucky as a hunter. Chucky the doll? Or Chuck E. Cheese the mouse. Both of those are frightening, but for different reasons. They just added Lara Croft as well. Yo, if Lara Croft's chasing me, I'm just gonna hold still. What? The homicidal doll and the model is accurately small. Oh, great. It's Chucky from Rugrats?
don't. The claws! Go for the claws! Okay.
She's a survivor.
The gate's open. Now get in there and cut off the source.
Would you prefer I watch you on red or purple? You do what you gotta do, man.
There. That's all of them. This is it. Everyone, attack!
No! Oh no. That's not good. GG! No add-ons explicitly allow people. Yeah, so basically with ArenaNet, if there's an add-on that is becoming problematic, they will say this is not allowed, and they'll adjust the terms of service accordingly. But other than that, they mostly like don't care. So for example, I'm using Blishud. I'm an ANET partner. I have a lot to lose if I did something against the rules. Blishud is not against the rules. Like, if it was against the rules, I would not be taking the risk. It'd be no good. Say time. I could not play the game without the Regions of Tyria plugin. The Regions of Tyria plugin doesn't change gameplay at all. It's just a fun little thing. It's the fancy titles when you go into a zone. Muk, do you have all Soto Leggy armor? No.
I'm sorry.
I had full Leggy armor before Soto, so I made one piece of Leggy armor in Soto just to be able to record a guide on how to do it for people who needed the guide. That's it. So I've got Leggy Soto boots. Regions of Tyria might get me to reinstall Militia. Actually, it's so cool. It is cool. It's a cosmetic thing. Where, like, for me, I don't even remember the hotkeys for half my mounts without this wheel. So for me, like, I need this to access my mounts. But if you are, like, Regions of Tyria doesn't change, like, gameplay or make anything easier or anything like that. It's no quality of life. It's just fun. Mike, would you go for other plush mounts guns? I don't know if I think they're cute. Like, I don't have the turtle one. Maybe I'll get it later on. I got this one because I thought it was cute. I think I have the griffin one also. They're so fluffy. Is there a Bloodshot module for PvE Leggy armor tracking? What do you mean tracking? You could just track the achievement, right? What are you talking about? What about Jackal? I got this. I do have a fluffy dog thing that ANET sent me for that. This one. They sent me this as a gift when this one came out. The fluff, yeah. Yeah, we got the fluffy thing. I love the turtle one, in which there was a life-size version, like a Snorlax. Just like have a bed that's just in a giant stuffed turtle.
I've called to order this meeting of the Crime Watch Committee to address our current pirate crisis.
As if breaching our borders wasn't enough. Now they're looting our homes. The nerve.
They even stole my neighbor's plow. His whole livelihood ripped away.
And one of them pilfered my master's new holo projector. It was the latest model.
How will he go on?
I followed one of
if you could have the powers of any Guild 2 class IRL, which would you choose? Alright, if we're talking like magical superpowers, I honestly think the one that is most useful in day-to-day life would be Mesmer clones or portals. Because, like, I could get so much more tasks done by making clones of myself and having them help me out. And portals just for traveling. But it depends on the restrictions, for sure. Like, no one's gonna choose Holosmith. Like, oh, I hit this button, and if I don't hit it again fast, I set myself on fire. No one's gonna pick that. You can like, I can already be a thief. I just need to go down to 7-Eleven. It's not gonna be pretty, but I can. Revenant is just like signing up for schizophrenia, so hard pass. I feel like NG, Thief, and Warrior you can be in real life right now if you apply yourself. Ranger has some magical elements, like the roots and the healing magic. Healing magic would be cool. Dude, you could make a whole living off of that, just healing people. Put the, until you get sniped by the government, because you're putting hospitals out of business. Guardian, Aegis every few seconds, never hit your foot on the corner again. Stuff your toe. Consume Aegis. Necro IRL would get you a lot of weird looks. No, again, it depends, because like Harbinger just fires a gun and drinks vodka, so if you were in Russia, no one would even notice. Like, you're just gonna blend in.
Kaiju Shore will be safe under my watch. We'll each drive them out, then take
Elementalist. Elementalists be like making rocks and wind and fire just spray all over the place. Like, I don't know that that's going to help.
Exactly. Everyone, let's move.
Just become ninja and learn Kagi Bunshin. I mean, that's basically Mesmer clones. For more unlicensed alchemists in this world than you may think. Hoodoo slaps. Thank you for the prime, Hoodoo. Appreciate you. Let's see if anyone's doing this meta. I like this one. Let's see, Seitong. Yes. They should have some way to display total mastery points unlocked, not just mastery tracks level. Ooh, nice.
Elementalist would make for one amazing farmer.
These menaces think they can take what they haven't earned. We'll teach them.
Maybe? I don't know. If entangling roots on Ranger translates to the ability to control roots, you could till a whole field with that. Every 45 seconds, just have roots go through the ground and do exactly what you want them to do. Yeah, I don't know. Healing magic sounds awesome, or clones and portals, I think, is my stuff. Control roots, the power over potatoes, yes. I'm reminded of, there was, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, I'm Googling something. Nice, I found it really quickly. Okay, so, you know, saying like, oh, I've got power over potatoes, and someone else being like, that's a dumb power, reminded me of this. It's the sort of summoning ducks. Neat, huh? That doesn't seem very practical in battle. And he goes, is that so? Whack. Like, this someone's like, yeah, I have power over potatoes? That's a dumb power. Yeah, how about I summon a potato in your throat? That's terrifying, yeah. Anything is dangerous if you use it wrong enough. That's why customer support exists. Like the guy with dairy kinesis and the Misfits. Oh yeah, he could like control dairy products. Can you control yogurt? I'm not sure, I've never tried. There's a lot of yogurt in that store, hit him with the yogurt. Yo, that death rattle though.
So quiet.
I mean, the problem with yogurt is that he's the master of shorts. Which mount would you prefer IRL? Excluding Sky Scale, since that'd probably be OP. Probably get shot down. Which mount? Assuming no one is going to be, like, trying to shoot it down or anything. This guy can teleport. Just imagine in traffic and this thing comes screaming past you in the emergency lane. Skyscale can fly, but you have to constantly touch down on buildings because it gets tired, and people would, like, sue you for leaving claw marks on their roofs. I'm thinking Jackal. Like, hovercraft are awesome, but I can... those exist. I'm thinking teleporting Jackal.
Parasites. Stop this at once.
Plus it has safe fall. For those that don't know, if you jump off a cliff in game and just teleport before you hit the ground, it resets the safe fall. Either Jackal or Griffin for me. I'll go Skimmer. You were to discount Revenant to sign you up for schizophrenia, but did you consider interdimensional travel? Yeah, but it's just like dipping in and out of hell. There are bad dimensions. I don't really want that. Mug, would you also like the extra dimensional storage this game technically has IRL? I don't think it's extra dimensional. I think it's just we're very strong. We're just all carrying around like 13 backpacks.
Have you scoundrels considered an honest living? I'll return later to check on the rest. But for now, we must make haste.
Revenants who have a fun time when they get old have dementia. As a Rev enjoyer can confirm, do not want IRL Rev. As a Herald, though, you could speed up the rate at which you did all tasks just by glowing green a bit.
Transport device. I wonder what exactly. Analyzing. Object identified as hovercraft transport.
Oh.
Initiate jailbreak feature. Oh dear. Didn't mean to.
I feel like with our capitalistic country, someone would hire you just to stand inside their call center so that they can annoy people with phone calls faster. They would just the Herald would be like hired just to stand in the middle of the room so that all the people doing annoying telemarketing calls were more efficient. Like that would be your job in the current world. Is Warrior just a job? Yeah, Warrior is just a gym bro. A thief is just a thief. Like they're just gonna be in prison. An engineer is just a programmer. Like the guys that make the bots for like Robo Rally, like those are mechanists. Those are IRL mechanists. Having a home in an isolated dimensional plane that you can come and go to freely and wouldn't have to worry about power outages or anything. Honestly, it sounds like you're describing Magic from
So quiet.
Midnight Suns that I recently played. Colossus's little sister from the X-Men. She took over Limbo and kicked Mephisto out of it, so when she goes back there, she's got like a house and stuff. Ah! She doesn't make Meph undo OMD. OMD. I don't know what OMD is. In the Marvel's Midnight Suns game, which we just recently played, there was a scene, though, where Mephisto tried to capture Hunter and Ghost Rider. And she came in here, she popped in, and when she's in Limbo, she has, like, horns and stuff, like Hellboy. But when she was in there, she was basically exuding, like, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man energy? Dude, it was one of the coolest scenes, too. Because outside, she's making little portals. Like, she makes a portal under a big rock and then makes a portal above someone's head so it falls on them and knocks them out. Like, she's doing cool stuff with portals. In Limbo, though, Mephisto summoned a bunch of demons. She opened a portal under every demon that just led to freaking space. She sent demons from hell to low orbit. And I was just like, okay.
I have had it with these undue surprises. Initiating rage mode.
Like, I had never met her character before that game, but I was a fan. Yeah, her and there was another character named Nico who has like some magic staff of wishes or something that I had never heard of before that game.
You gonna cry? Run home to your master.
That is the correct way to use portal magic. Yeah, it's just like when you're in the actual combat, and which is not in Limbo, and you're doing like battles and stuff, she'll like make a portal behind a guy and then make a portal behind another guy and like shove the first dude and he'll fly through the other portal and nail the other guy in the back, so you just smash two enemies into each other, which is awesome. There's a lot of now you're thinking with portal type moments, but just when she was in Limbo and then just like, let me just make 700 portals under your army and drop them all into space, and I was like, wow. The point is that Mephisto isn't that powerful except if he's in his own domain of hell, and Limbo's her domain, so beating down Mephisto isn't even difficult for her if he's stupid enough to go there. Well, apparently it used to be his domain, according, like, but if what she said was accurate, and she, like, bullied him out of there. Yeah, I wonder, hang on a sec. Playlist. Let me see. I wonder if I can find this in a timely manner.
Woo take my prime.
Woo take my prime. Hang on a sec. Which was this? Okay, that was fighting Hulk. That's not it. After that? While we're waiting on the meta, I was bouncing through this trying to see if I could find that cutscene. It was so freaking good. Yeah, this game took a while to get through. Let's see. 67. Oh, that's the wrong capture. Hang on. Freaking book club. Yeah, you could join a book club in the game. If any of you were thinking about getting it, you know, and that needs to be your selling point, you can join a book club. That was one of the weirdest parts of the game. Why does she chop them in half a portal? I don't know. Do you have a specific link for referral for Jane there? I do. Thank you for considering using it. That's it right there. That's with the standalone client, not Steam. my gosh. Determined to find this. Alright, so there's... Oh, it was before this. Alright, so here's where the old... Yeah, okay. I just found where the old Ghost Rider shows up. So it was before that. Let's see. Yeah, there was 2 Ghost Riders. Was it Johnny and Robbie were both in the Midnight Suns game, for anyone who's interested. Johnny's the motorcycle Ghost Rider. Robbie's the one with a car. He was in... What was it? S.H.I.E.L.D.? I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? He was in that one. Like the show. It's kind of weird Steam cannot connect to the standalone clients like a PoE links. Yeah, I think it's because if you purchase anything through Steam, like gems or whatever, it will... Steam takes a cut. But if you purchase stuff on Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 2 gets all of it. And so they don't have to worry about the split. So they don't want to, like, merge them because then they'll lose money, would be my guess. Again, that is my guess.
Seemed useful.
Go on soon. If the bureaucrats I work with had half the sense you do.
Oh, I freaking found it. I freaking found it. Hold on a second. Okay. I had to pull up another browser. All right. This was the scene. So, in this scene, Mephisto has Hunter and one of the Ghost Riders trapped in limbo.
Good. So am I.
Hold on.
Multiverse Hunter. Your mother will be so proud.
I am just getting started.
Good. So am I.
Oh no, more small fry. Alright, Oyana's gonna bust in.
Usurper! You forget.
What?
You are not the ruler of Limbo.
What? She has horns!
I am.
Ileana, nicely done. You always were so gifted.
So gifted, you've stole me from my parents. Twisted me into a living weapon until I cast you from this very realm.
I mean, yes.
This is starting to sound familiar.
I have reopened Blaze's portal, as well as a few others.
She's shooting them into space!
Leave, now. Mephisto and I have some catching up to do.
Ah, a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, so up until that point in the game that we were discussing, when you were using her as a character, she could make small portals. You never controlled her in Limbo. You never saw that. But then that scene happened, and it just like blew my mind. Because apparently if she's there, she's way stronger. It was such a cool scene. What a way to go, just thrown into space, yeah.
That should help us destroy
Yeah, apparently, yeah, the demons are like, oh, hell's not that bad, but you throw them into space and suddenly they're like, oh, shoot, this is not great. Why was Mug reacting to that? We were discussing it, and I was like, okay, I gotta show this scene. This is so cool. I love this scene. So that's why. I was trying to show off the scene I thought was cool.
Gyros. We'll get nowhere with those shielding him. Aim for them first.
But yeah, before that game, Ileana, who goes by Magic with a K, and Nico, who are on the team, I had never heard of them. The Ghost Rider and Blade the Vampire Hunter, them I knew. What game was that? Marvel's Midnight Suns. It is a game that we played recently. I'm in the middle of writing a script to do a review video for it. It was fun, but it has It's almost like 2 different games in one game. But like when you're in combat, it is the coolest game ever. The animations, the fight, the impacts, the sound effects, the visuals are all like top tier. Outside of combat, it's kind of weird. It's like a combination of XCOM and Friendship Club. Like, today, do you want to go to book club with Blade or go to auto shop with Tony and Spider-Man, where they're going to fight about things again? Which was kind of funny. It was funny seeing drama between Tony and Peter. But the some of the stuff was just like, oh my gosh, this is actually just a book club. I wanted to get the game, but the card gameplay looked weird versus XCOM games. Yeah, it was a combination. In combat, it's a combination of like XCOM combined with a deck builder, like a card deck builder. And it was fine. I didn't mind it at all. Like each character's card deck was only like 8 cards, so after you go through those, it would cycle back around. And then there were certain ones that were just like insanely powerful, but then you would use them once, then you would never draw them again until the next battle. Muck Fractal 100 CM guide win. Sorry, there's a few things in the game that are so tough, I don't think that your average pug can do it, and so I haven't really messed with it. Like, I don't have a Harvest Temple CM guide. The new Fractal 100 CM guide. What else? Old Lions Court CM. I never learned that one. Now I know I should watch the first Blade movie again. Yo, I saw the first Blade movie so long ago. Muck, a question. Would you try a game like this? Is this... It's gonna be an anime thing, right? Sandland? Sandland.
Mission, searching for the legendary spring.
Yo, I'm sorry. Hold on. What happened to Majin Buu? He's really let himself go.
Searching for the legendary spring.
Do not let them near that water! Do you believe...
What is his outfit?
Water! Do you believe that spring actually exists?
Can't say, but what I do believe in is the old man. If
The
he
old
says
man.
there's a spring, I bet he's right.
I don't believe it.
Then, the river didn't dry up on its own.
It's getting dangerous and fun. They are the ones who stayed.
What is this? Action RPG where you become the main character as Beelzebub, a fiend prince. Lead your company of heroic misfits and explore the legendary world of Sandland, created by Akira
The coup d'etat.
Toriyama.
The Forestland Army.
Go, Terrarians.
And grovel before.
Nothing, Commander.
I can't tell what the actual gameplay is.
Behind.
Like, this all looks like cutscenes.
Yes, Bob. You are indeed strong.
Look us away! With being more evil than a fiend!
That's so cheesy. Yeah, honestly, it looks funny. I would be willing to play that if I thought the community would watch it. I don't currently think the community would watch it. That's kind of where it is right now. Those guys are called the Swimmers, and they live in the desert. That's dumb. There's a Sandman. There's a Sandman TikTok. Where is it? There's an effing Sandman. Is this it?
The craziest villain I ever fought was...
No, that's not it. Someone changed the video there. Is that it?
The craziest...
Oh. Dude, so many people have taken the audio for this and made, like, their own thing. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
wait,
everyone's Gildemem here.
What? Wait, what? Hold on. I googled, there's an effing Sandman TikTok. There's a Sandman Anakin. I clicked this.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, it's doing something else. It opened up a Guild... Did you hear Guild MM? It opened up a Guild MM TikTok. I was like, what? I was so confused. It opened up a Guild MM TikTok. And then the next time, I think it went to the Discover feed and it went to something else. Oh my god, forget it. Forget it. This is getting too confusing. I don't use TikTok, chat. Should watch the first Blade movie again. I never knew there was more than one Blade movie. I watched the first Blade, the Vampire Hunter movie. I didn't realize there were others. I'm gonna have to find those. Boomer struggling with TikTok. Yep. You know, one of the funniest things I know about TikTok is there was someone that had like, you know, a million TikTok subscribers or whatever it's called there, and they did like a real life meet and greet, and no one showed up. And it was kind of like a wake-up call for how like TikTok fame translates into the real world. Like no one showed up. I found the video on YouTube, Muck. I searched, there's a Sandman, Anakin, Spider-Man. There's a Sandman, Anakin, Spider-Man. I found it.
The craziest villain I ever fought was a Sith Lord named Count Dooku. Whoa, Anakin, that's intense. Craziest villain I ever fought was like the Sandman, but you know, there's a fucking Sandman?
Yeah, I've seen him before. It's so good. It's so, dude, his freaking eyes bugging out. It's so good. It was that moment he noticed everyone just scrolls past his vids. Yup. No one showing up is better than accidentally starting a riot in New York. I feel like that's a reference to something, and I don't know what you're referencing right now. Then there was, what is it, I Show Speed recently went to Norway and got like a crowd like super riled up and hyped up, and then he like twisted his ankle. And so they were trying to carry him to his car through the crowd, and he got mobbed. Like some lady like ripped out some of his hair. Which, I'm laughing because it's just insane, not because I think that that should happen. But, Kai Cenat started a riot. There was a guy who told people to meet up in New York promising free PS5s, and people started breaking stuff. Oh my gosh. So Kai Cenat accidentally started a riot in New York. Okay. Then there's the dude rallying people to watch him eat cheese balls. This sounds like it's in Europe. Watch me eat cheese balls. I'm curious. Guy asks people to watch him eat cheese balls. Let's see what comes up. Cheeseball man delights crowd in New York City, eating an entire jar of cheese balls. Okay. All right, I guess, yo, maybe I need to broadcast to New York more. Apparently they're easy to please. What a time to be alive, exactly. Gotta find some joy in the simple stuff. Like watching a man eat cheese balls. I thought this guy had an X-Man suit on for a second. The yellow and blue. Am I coming to Times Square? I don't think I can compete with the VTubers. They've got infinite money. TikToker creates a meetup, nobody shows up, man eats cheese balls, half of New York shows up. Clearly, he needs to make TikToks about eating cheese balls and just get everything. There are 3 with Wesley Snipes, Blade, 2, and Trinity. Last one's not that great, but had Ryan Reynolds playing Wade. Plus the series, but never saw any of it. It's me, I'm the White Nord. Hello, White Nord. Nice to meet you. Alright. Just don't let New York broadcast get back to you. The Ireland portal thing didn't go well then. Oh yeah, well it was like people were flashing each other, right? They're showing off their bits. The potatoes look nice. Yeah, that was all they showed through the portal. They just showed potatoes. And it was just too overwhelming how good their potatoes looked. Where's the cell jump button? I think someone held a picture of potato famine in the camera, and an Irishman retaliated with a picture of the Twin Towers. I shouldn't laugh at that. Yo, I totally enjoy dark humor. Not usually on stream where I'm PG, but that's that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. If we had a portal to Australia, we could hold up that wiki article about them losing a war to the ostriches. The emus! It was emus! The Great Emu War. That's the one. Sorry, wrong bird. The portal would be upside down. That would be added funny. Blackline key Gambit. Yeah, someone sent me a key earlier. I need to put it away right now, because there's nothing I want from key right now. So save that until we want it for something. We'll need to figure out the giveaway for tonight. I gave away most of my claim tickets last week. And gave away a bunch of chromatic skins, and then a legendary. I've got one more legendary saved up, but I want to save that for the Janthier day. I submitted an official request to Twitch to get the front page of Twitch for the day Janthier goes live. We'll see if it actually happens. We'll see if we can get another big day. Also, it's going to be 3 days before my birthday, so probably just going to just call that the birthday stream. We'll just stream all day, do Janthier stuff, giveaways, things like that. I'll wear a party hat. That sounds kind of soon. It's August 20th, so it's like 1 month away. We'll see if it actually happens. Myson says, I was in British Columbia in Canada this past weekend. It was completely run by Australians and Kiwis. I felt like I had somehow gone through a portal down under. See, in my life, Kiwi is more in reference to the bird or the fruit than it is people. So when you say it was run by Kiwis, my first thought is like a little bird with a mayor's hat, like bobbing around. And like half the population is Australians and half the population is little birds. And I always have to like replay it a few times to remember that there's a group of people that people call that. But my first thought is funky little burbs. Mayor Burb, yeah. People from New Zealand? Those are New Zealanders. Friggin' Kiwis. Kiwi bird. Like, yeah, like this. Like, you're like, half of them are Kiwis. I just imagine this is half the population. All nationalities deserve a funny bird name. There was a guy that the other day, he tweeted, and he said, I am on a mission to eat all 50 state birds. And for those of you who don't live in the United States, every state has a state bird. And the National, what is it, Ornithological Society, that's like Bird Society, they replied to his tweet, and they were like, while we cannot confirm or condone your behavior, we have to say that only 3 of them are going to be any good. That's exactly what New Zealanders look like. What, this? This is him. This is them. They refer to themselves as Kiwis too. That's fine. I'm just saying, in my life over here in the United States, a Kiwi is usually that bird or a fruit. And you're like, half the population was Kiwis. And I'm like, oh, well, he's not talking about fruit, which means it's birds. Isn't the bald eagle a state bird? I think the bald eagle is just like the nation bird. I don't... Also, funny thing is, like, whenever a bald eagle does its screech, they always use the sound effects for a hawk screeching because bald eagles sound stupid when they screech. So, like, all of us are raised hearing this majestic bald eagle screech on, like, all our media, and then we find out as adults that that's, like, a hawk sound. That's incredible what? Yeah. Like, hold on a sec. Hawk screech. Okay, hang on. Let's see if we can find it. What a hawk sounds like. All right. Okay. Eagle screech. Let me see if I can find an accurate one.
Eagles are magnificent birds, and they're often used as symbols of strength and power. They're also portrayed in TV shows with a loud, powerful, fearsome screech. However, that's not the sound that eagles actually make. The call of an eagle is a high-pitched whistle that's different than the screeching sound that we're used to hearing.
There you go.
In fact, eagles are often portrayed with the sounds of other birds.
There you go. So the United States was too embarrassed by its eagles' noises. They stole noises from other birds and played it over eagles for an entire generation and freaking gaslit all of us into thinking that eagles sounded like hawks. That's it. That's it. That's a freaking seagull. No, it was not a seagull. I'm like, discover what cheetahs sound like. It's a big cat. It's gonna purr. If Ben Franklin had his way, our national bird would be the turkey. Delicious. My life is a lie. Have you ever seen a bald eagle up close? Yeah, I have. At some different events and stuff like that. When I say up close, I mean like 20 feet away. I wasn't going to get close to the friggin' predator animal unless I had to. It's embarrassing enough the eagle is bald. It's not actually bald. It's got white feathers on its head. Though, so that's why they call it that. Better than some of the other bird names. I swear, people that name birds are the weirdest mother muckers. They're like, oh, that's the big boobied boobster. Like, they always do stuff like that when they're naming the birds. Like, eagle, honestly, is pretty tame compared to some of the other options. Now I'm thinking of Haboob again. Freaking elementalist. There's a nest of eagles right down the street from my home. There's no eagles local to where I live. I see them occasionally, like, at special events and stuff. That's it. What's the other name for a rooster? No comment. There are many bird names of the memorial variant. Yes, yes. It's not the eagles. That's how people thinking their bird sounded lame. True. I mean, I'm not blaming the eagles. The eagles aren't the ones that are in Noxxi's editing booth changing the friggin' footage. Statistically, men think about Haboob every 10 seconds. Yes, the storm. Yes, I think about the storm every 10 seconds. I'm afraid I have no idea what this means, sorry. What is a Haboob? So there is a new ability coming to Elementalist in Guild Wars 2, and it's, they called it Haboob. And we were all laughing at that because we're very mature, and we looked it up, and it's the name of a violent and oppressive wind. So their new air magic is called Haboob. But you know CMC and Roy picked it not for that reason. They could have called it Hurricane Winds or like, you know, Slicing Gale or, you know, Tornado Wind or something. But they're like, Haboob. In Old English, balde meant white. It's a common figure of childhood. Tempest. We're all 5th graders at heart, yes. Cheetahs don't purr or roar, they squeak. I believe it. Chip makes weird noises too. Is he still in here? No, he left. He was in here earlier. Imagine the 4 Winds of Destruction of Metal Gear Rising had a member named Haboob, poor guy. I mean, why not? Dragon Ball Z's famous, and there's guys in that named like friggin' Cooler and Refrigerator and Cereal Box. They're all just weird names. One villain named Cell Phone. Bibbidi Bobbidi and Boo. I mean, if you got good writing and good special effects, you don't need good names. Just imagine being Haboob to death. Just on your gravestone. He went out the way he wanted. Death by Haboob. Bulma's family is all named after undies. Really? That one I didn't know. I know about Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and I know about like Cooler in the gang and Cell in the gang. I did not know about Bulma's. Freezer, Cooler, Cell, Radish, Carrot, Vegetable, and Turnip. Yeah. Bulma is the name of an underwear brand. I had no idea. On the 20th of August, Black Myth Wukong will launch. Are you interested? On the 20th of August is when Janthier Wilds comes out. So I am obligated as a Guild Wars 2 content creator to play Janthier on day 1 and do giveaways and wear my party hat because that will be my birthday celebration. But am I interested in playing Black Myth Wukong after that? Yes. Because other than Sekiro, I have enjoyed all Souls-likes. I might enjoy that. We will see. Kakarot is just Carrot. Did you see the new Lord Hyzen video for the Spear beta? Yes. Yes, he put me in it. I don't know if I still have that tab open. No, I do not still have that tab open, but yeah. He put me in it going, oh, and then throwing his spear. And honestly, there's really nothing more I would have wanted there, so that's perfect. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for the people that didn't see it, and then we'll wrap things up here. Let's see. Lord Heisen. Here we go. Videos. Let's see. Pause. Where was it? The big spear thing. The Monster Hunter thing. Where? Dude, which section was it? Gosh, I don't want to react to this whole video. We've seen that we watched the whole thing. I think it was after Warrior, wasn't it? Because Warriors throw their spears. 3/4, I think. Dude, this was actually pretty sick. He edited he combined his Guild Wars 2 character with a Monster Hunter cooking thing. So, this is a Monster Hunter scene, but he's managed to get his Guild Wars 2 character into this. That's impressive editing, honestly. Okay. Yo, Hammer Enjoyer, Axe Enjoyer, Spear, Mace Enjoyer. That spear is just terrible. I hate that this was the whole Ranger section. That's all he put in there for Ranger at all. Oh, there it is. I see myself. Okay. And then there was one near the end of making fun of Revenant that he shoved me into.
Okay, all spears are performing bad, except for Engineer, and especially Thief. Yeah, we going to nerf Thief Spear so hard, before we release the expansion, just like the last time.
I'm in danger!
Wait, what about Revenant Spear?
One eternity later.
Shame.
I don't know what inspired that. He was just like, hey, can I use you in some stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Do you need me to like record anything? He's like, no, I got it. So he already had footage of me. I don't know when, but he's like, yeah, this will be useful later. All right, that's it, chat. I'll put the link to that in both of the chats if any of you want to watch this video. But that was the part that people were asking me about. All right, chat, thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A few plugs on the way out. If you happen to be new here, name's Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours setting up a giveaway for tonight. I'll be back on Guild Wars 2, and then I'm going to be playing more Total War after that for those interested in either of those things. Hit the follow button on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube if you're not already. I have 2 YouTube channels. There's links to both of them in the chat. And lastly, a special thank you to the patrons. They keep this channel alive, keep our website ad-free, keep my cat fed, all that good stuff. You should become one of those if you want to be a supporter. And with that, I am going to see if any of the other streamers I often raid are live right now, just to show some support too. Laura is late as always. Considering Noxxi was here earlier, I doubt she's live. Those are my usual suspects. All right, then I guess we're going to the Guild Wars 2 section. Let me see if we can make somebody's day on the way out. Let's see. Oh, Valen's live. Valen hasn't been live when I am ending my stream in a while. I'll drop a raid on Valen. Valen, of course, is another Guild Wars 2 guide maker. He makes tons of videos for builds. Some of you may have seen his work. I'll see you guys over there, and I will be back this evening if you want to rejoin me for the good stuff. See ya.